We're doing Finster, dude. We're doing some real slop. We're doing something low pressure. No more crazy stuff. We're doing the Finster video from the Gamer from Mars. That's it. I don't care. We're going. Let's go.
If you followed the
Let's
world
go.
of Minecraft live stream,
Oh, I love Minecraft. I'm an adult that loves Minecraft. That's healthy.
there's a good chance you've heard of Finster, who during the pandemic blew up in popularity by performing a bit of cross-dressing as a woman fairly convincingly while keeping his deep voice intact.
Barely convincingly. What are you trying to tell us, dude? What are you trying to tell us?
While he originally presented this as a humorous gag and swore to be cisgendered, as time went on, the story took an odd turn, as
Are these all trans people?
the streamer
I feel like one in the middle looks kind of familiar. I don't know.
As the streamer started hanging out with trans individuals who would eventually be accused of crimes against minors.
Whoa, who's that?
On top of this, a wealthy donor started appearing in his chat, offering him an
I guess he would be him at this point in the story, huh?
increasing amount of money to fully embrace his female persona, to the point that they
You think that they, I'm just gonna say they, it's easier right now, would just send themselves money to do this?
legitimately offered $300,000 for Finster to get a breast augmentation surgery.
There's no way, dude.
Within 5 years, what started as a supposed goof was now the young British lad's entire life. Presenting as a woman full-time, getting intensive gender-affirming surgery.
That seems kind of convincing. That's crazy, dude.
Struggling with alcohol abuse, and filming
Struggle with alcohol abuse? Wait, really?
hardcore
Just a Saturday afternoon.
adult content for
What's
those
happening
willing
here?
to pay. So what on earth happened?
This is fucking crazy, dude.
Surprisingly,
I've never seen it before, by the way. I've never seen that stuff before.
no
I might have to look into it for research, though.
other YouTuber has covered this story in depth, which is why I wanted to go down the rabbit hole myself. But the
I see
deeper I
now.
went, I realized why no other person wanted to touch it with a 10-foot pole. So because of that, I need to start this video with the disclaimer. I want to let it be known that the video today is not a cultural critique on the greater trans community, but rather the story
Are you gonna say something sussy? Is that what you're preempting here?
of one person. I understand that this upload will
It's sickening how Finster was led into trans content. Is that real? Or is this like a little bit of an overreaction here?
be controversial regardless of how I preface it, but I still feel it's an interesting tale that has a right to be told. So with that out of the way, let's begin. Finster was born Jude Howarth on April 21st,
Jude Howarth as a boy? Come on. You're asking her kid to be trans at that point.
2000. The earliest traces of Howarth online are fittingly in Minecraft, although not on his own account. All the way back in 2014, when he was a teenager, Jude and a friend named Miles created a YouTube channel together called Miles C Gaming.
Right. We love the gaming stuff.
It was initially a place to show off different redstone contraptions they built on player versus player faction servers.
That's wholesome. I think more youngsters should do stuff like that. Just have a good old wholesome, silly little time. Just have a good old silly little fun time, you know?
Set to music by the rapper Chief Keef. Other videos attempted to expose hackers they encountered, despite Jude admitting they had also been banned for hacking themselves.
That's funny.
But MCMMO admin was an alt of mine because we played on a server that my main got banned on. So we had to, yeah.
They eventually created a faction called Wings of Jesus with a handful of other buddies over Skype. These types of servers encouraged players to raid each other's bases, with one such occurrence being Finster's first appearance online. It's worth noting the Finster account didn't originally belong to Jude, instead being owned by their friend Finn, hence the name. Howarth's original account was FringeBoy99.
That was my old account, and I feel like that deserves a video on its own because I've had just as long a lifespan on that account as I have on this one.
But when FringeBoy99 got hacked and stolen, he borrowed Finn's account to keep on playing, only for it to become the basis of his entire online identity.
I had a Minecraft account that, I played on for years. My account got hacked, so Miles, my friend, he said, oh, my friend Finn has a Minecraft account with a rank on the server. Do you want to use his for a little bit until you can buy a new one? I go, what's his username? And he goes, it's F1NN5TER.
How much does it cost to buy fucking Minecraft? Like $5? How would you need to buy a new one?
NN5TER.
The Finster YouTube channel was created in
Wait, it's not even his own fucking name? It's somebody else's name that they stole? Wow, guys. You're all jacking off to a fraud, huh?
in 2015, uploading its first video a month later. The young gamer clearly had a knack for designing rather complicated builds, earning respect among the community. As Jude got better at editing, the channel pivoted to Let's Play style content with the server Revive PvP sponsoring his series early on. This consistency, alongside a good sense of humor, helped Finster reach 5,000 subscribers by January 2016. It wasn't limited to just Minecraft either, with Call of Duty and drunk CSGO videos. But uploads slowed down that fall as the teen began studying.
Ava Chris Tyson was one of the girls. Oh, okay. Well, Ava Chris Tyson didn't do anything really, like, well, I mean, I guess it was inappropriate, but they didn't try to, like, have sex with a child, so I guess that's why I got confused.
For university admission.
Here's $20? Come on, Mom, what are you, fucking poor? Buy this child Minecraft. Or don't. It made them trans, I guess. I don't know.
One of the main servers he played on was Brutal Factions, who gave Finn partial ownership for promoting. This arrangement meant every month he'd get paid a percentage of their donations.
Like promoting on OF?
However, these stopped over time, and the owner ultimately scammed him.
Now it's $26? Holy fuck, dude. This game should be free at this point. What the fuck?
By filing chargebacks over PayPal. Given Finster was still a broke teenager, this understandably caused a lot of stress. He wasn't the only victim either, with another YouTuber roped into the scheme. Their only recourse was in a call-out video that November outlining the betrayal by a former friend.
I talked to him for a while before, and he seemed perfectly fine. It's just that, yeah, people can turn, you know? People have a dark side sometimes, and they decide they don't like you.
On the bright side, Jude's schoolwork had eased up, and he could now upload at a regular schedule. Over the next 5 months, he posted over 60 videos, with the most successful being a new series called Factions 101. These uploads regularly passed 30,000 views, and by April of 2017, he amassed 10,000 subscribers. This had been his initial goal since starting the channel, and to celebrate, he did a face reveal, beginning with a fake out.
Oh my god, it's Dream!
Using a Guy Fawkes mask.
I'm nowhere near as comfortable as I should be recording with a face. I was trying to do facecam for a while, but then I never ended up doing it, probably because it's a bit weird to have a camera pointed straight at your face.
Recorded using his girlfriend's mom's camera, it showcased a new 2,000-pound setup. Evidently, this milestone led him to invest in his aspirations to become a full-time YouTuber, one that eventually paid off. But until then,
yeah. It's crazy. I wonder how many people it just doesn't pay off for. You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, they wanted to be a YouTuber and it just didn't pay off for them. And they're just a fucking nobody. You know what I mean? And they work at like 7-Eleven and they, you know, but they're still chill. And they're not fucking crazy.
And he continued to promote servers, with one derided for being pay to win, and recorded his various exploits on them. The appeal was a mix of both his personality-driven editing and in-game skill, with old friends like Sagtot being second mic. Since these were public servers, fans could log on and play alongside them, often trying to attack their bases to no avail.
I don't really want you guys to buy me things, because capes cost money. They're like $5, are they? I don't know, it's money. I don't really want you guys to send me money, so to send me things worth money, so don't be going all sugar daddy on me.
This is also
whoa, that's a little crazy. How are they 4 years old there? The fuck?
About when Finster cross-dressed for the first time. As per Jude's recollection, they never had anything in childhood for it. But during the UK equivalent of their high school years, he became that one kid when you're 15 that popular girls wanted to put makeup on.
You know,
When you were getting dolled up by the girls in high school, did that ever lead to some action?
That's interesting. I mean, I guess, listen, man, if you're cross-dressing when you're young, I feel like you're this, you know, I mean, like you have some interesting, okay. You know, maybe you're just having fun. Maybe you want to be like Trixie and Tatia. I know the names. Or maybe, you know, you're experimenting with your identity. I have no fucking idea.
On your part?
Well, okay. I dated a girl that was big on that for like a couple weeks, and there was another one that was a little bit. I've gotten better at it. It's surprisingly a good tactic, just in case you guys wanted to buy a wig and a dress.
I don't know what's going on in Europe.
I don't know if I could pay. I don't think I could pull it off. I don't think I could pull that off personally. I don't think I got the equipment to do like a cross-dressing thing. But that's just me personally. Maybe I'm wrong.
In 2017, Jude got an email from a female clothing brand who expressed interest in sponsoring his channel. They specifically said he'd be a perfect fit for their clothes, which he found funny enough to agree with. Once the items arrived, his girlfriend at the time did his makeup and
oh, damn, a chubby chaser. I didn't know, dude. God bless, Finster.
he wore them on camera. Although the video was never released, he's since shown excerpts of the footage on stream. A clip of him wearing makeup also appears briefly in an early Q&A.
Are you a male? No.
It wasn't long after this that he dropped out of his studies. You see, in the UK, after students finish secondary school at 16, they have more choice over their next path to take.
Yeah, is that better? Is it like better for you to do that and then go like right to college? Is that what they do? They go right to college? How does that work?
Jude explained that upon reaching 20,000 subscribers, he
I don't know.
spoke with a school administrator about leaving. His confidence made the conversation go surprisingly smoothly, and with his parents' permission, he stopped studying to pursue YouTube full-time. As Jude got more comfortable,
Really? Is that considered dropping out? I have no idea how it works over there. Is that considered dropping out at that point? Or you just go straight to college? All right. I guess if their YouTube is doing well, fuck it. I feel like you should have a backup job, although I guess it's worked out for them, so.
The face cam became a staple, and several videos from this era got upwards of 100 to 200,000 views.
Why? What is so interesting about Finster? I don't get it. What?
Collaborated with other creators frequently as well, even receiving a Minecraft diss track.
Your mum, she's a slag, got fame off Russia, or what little fame he had, but your views are low. Does that make you sad?
These interactions
Wow, that was awesome. Now I understand why people watch them.
proved popular among viewers who enjoyed watching their dynamic. Given his background of using hacked clients, it's perhaps no surprise Finn liked to engage in a little bit of trolling. In mid-2017, he was contacted by Jack Sucks at Life, who at the time had
No idea who the fuck that is, dude.
300,000 subscribers.
okay.
Jack owned the popular server Skycade and messaged Finn about playing on it. This offer included a
So interesting how there's like a whole other fucking world out there that I have no idea. I don't know about any of these people. These people are pretty big. I have no idea who any of these people are. Like, what the hell is this?
special admin role which Finn used to grief the entire server. Another name
Nice.
that appeared
Epic memes.
around this time was Skeppy, a fellow up-and
I know that guy. I know that guy because somebody said he did a thing. It's not fucking specific, right? But there was like weird allegations against him. I don't think they were like sexual. It was like he's faking pranks or something dumb like that. It was so dumb.
Hummer who made trolling and PvP content.
Whoa.
Their friendship began after he satirized Skeppy's editing style, getting the larger creator's attention. The duo collaborated that December with their first video together garnering over 600,000 views.
Damn.
They filmed many more throughout 2018, helping both Skeppy and Finster reach new heights. Finn's channel passed 50k subs by the end of the year,
Wow. I wish.
while Skeppy reached 500,000. Jude
Whoa.
began 2 new series, Minecraft Prisons and Skyblock, uploading every week. The former consistently netted 500 to 800,000 impressions.
Damn.
That was my
What is an impression? Is this a Twitter thing?
temple.
5 seconds ago, I'm gonna be an immortal. Everyone's gonna respect me.
On Skeppy's channel, they did skits and competed
I just don't think I could ever understand doing Minecraft content or any video game content, maybe. I mean, I know I play games, but it's more of just like we chilling while we watching stuff, you know?
in various challenges. Skep played with many other YouTubers around this time, such as Technoblade, A60, and Bad Boy Halo. They reached heights of 10 to 20 million views, the sign of a broader shift among the audience. Meanwhile, Finn was banned from the popular server Hypepixel for a year after being caught using a hacked client. After
Damn, what an asshole. Cheater. A whole year, though? Seems like not a good idea. A whole entire year.
years spent out of favor,
It sounds like Finster was a fucking menace when they would, excuse me, it sounds like they were a menace when they would play Minecraft with people. What the fuck?
Minecraft was about to
I wonder if they didn't like do the trans that, well, not do with the trans thing, that's like a weird way to say it, but I wonder if there'd be like a bunch of like different controversies because apparently it's controversial that they're trans or something.
see a massive revival in popularity on the platform. 2 major contributors to this were Call Me Carson's SMP Live,
Whoa!
which began in March of 2019,
Call Me Carson.
and PewDiePie's Let's Play Minecraft series a month later. At the end of June, Keemstar launched Minecraft Mondays, a team-based cash prize
Wow.
tournament featuring an even larger roster of popular online figures.
Wow.
Following SMP Live was SMP Earth, but easily the most explosive was Dream, who initially made it big tracking down the seed to PewDiePie's single-player world. By the end of the year, he'd grown from less than 10,000 subs to over 1 million.
We're just like really all over the place here. I'm not saying it's like bad. I just didn't. What is Finster really that attached to this fucking Minecraft community? This is so strange. Minecraft community is so weird.
During the 2020
Based, they don't like Minecraft cheers. You know what? That's fair. Maybe I just don't understand because it's like a video game that I don't play. But you know what? Maybe I'm the stinky poo-poo head. So that's fair.
lockdowns, when everyone was stuck inside, he launched the Dream SMP to great acclaim. With heavy emphasis on roleplay, it spawned a massive obsessive fandom. These so-called stans led Dream to usurp all who came before him, getting crowned the most popular Minecraft YouTuber of all time. That brings us back to Finster, who while not part of Dream's SMP, played with several members during the MC Championships. But first, we should probably take a step back, because over that same period of time, Finster went from your average Minecraft YouTuber to a frequent crossdresser. The story goes that after losing a bet with a friend in January of 2019, he agreed to let them make him look like a woman.
Who bets like that? You know what I mean? Who bets like that unless they're trying to do something?
Afterward, Jude went on the site Omegle to troll people, which subsequently became a video.
Hi.
Hi.
Why are you laughing? You're gorgeous.
I'm sorry, I did not expect that.
I'm f***ing with you. Don't worry about it.
Damn, dude, you know that Finster is fucking eating this up right now. Dressing like a girl. They probably feel pretty as hell. You know what I mean? It's fucking crazy.
Oh, like you're like pretty in a wig, and then you talked, and I was like, I'm a terrible person. I laughed. I'm like, what if he was actually like transgender?
Given how different
Damn, that's it. That's where it started, dude.
this was to his normal content, it was posted to his second channel, which wasn't linked anywhere on his main. Consequently, it stayed largely unnoticed for almost a year. The thing is, Jude increasingly referenced cross-dressing on Twitter, even dressing up again for a friend's birthday party. By October, Finster was live streaming regularly and held a poll asking what costume he should wear for Halloween. His viewers...
Was it a cat girl costume or something stupid like that?
Overwhelmingly voted e-girl,
Oh, okay. Well, that was close.
leading him to try on 4 different outfits while playing Minecraft. It was a hit, breaking personal records and introducing main channel fans to e-girl Finster. And it should
I guess that's what's going to happen if you're already having these like thoughts of wanting to do cross-dressing, and then people are like, hey, I'll pay you to cross-dress. It's going to make you push yourself further, no?
be noted at this point that most people tried to laugh it off as an
You've seen a lot of penis on Omegle? Why? Why would you do that to yourself? Stay off that fucking website then. What the hell's the matter with you?
ongoing gag for the channel. Jude
Okay.
held a similar poll around Christmas, this time doing so while playing Minecraft with A6T. It
Whoa.
included his first ever walk where he joined from his phone and stream himself, well, walking. An edited version of the VOD was posted December 29th, and
Cool.
almost immediately went viral, gaining 1 million views due to its title, I Became an E-Girl in Minecraft, Bad Idea.
How fucking old were they at this point? Oh, so they're basically like 26 right now. They were born in 2000, so in 2019 they would have been 19. Okay.
You look amazing.
Whoa, you look so nice. You look like a
Hey
cool
Vince family, are you aware his is wearing
a
a bra
handsome
right
fella.
now?
No.
It is Halloween all over again.
The stream's virality led many to discover Finster's previous Omegle trolling video, which was so popular he'd make it a series, filming 3 more throughout 2020. Today, each installment has over 3 million views, with the second surpassing 9 million. To state the obvious, people were mesmerized by how well Jude could pass for a girl, juxtaposed to his deep voice. And given
What deep voice are you talking about, bro? Like, what are we living in 2 fucking different worlds? Their voice isn't deep at all. What the hell are you saying? Their voice is like the opposite of deep. I mean, there's not. They don't have like a super like high shrill voice, but they have a pretty. I wouldn't call it deep. I guess it's just because I'm such a deep, handsome guy. You know, my voice is just so deep. I'm deep maxing right now.
how much attention
Nope,
he
that
got,
was not
it's
expected.
unsurprising this stunt became a reoccurring gag. That February, he streamed with the title Minecraft But It's Valentine's Day and I'm a Lonely E-Girl. It doubled his previous viewer record. A tweet of Jude in makeup from this period also got 2,600 likes. In May, he'd start broadcasting on Twitch, which is also around when his e-girl alter ego got the name Rosie Evergreen. This newfound attention fed the algorithm,
Rosie Evergreen? What the fuck?
leading him to surpass 300
Yeah, it always starts with jokes.
K-subs. With his
Hey, you could choose anything. What do you want your punishment to be? I gotta dress up like a girl. Wait, why? No, you said it. You said that. You said that. It's not me. I didn't say it. What the hell are we talking about?
content moving towards streaming, his main channel was gradually retired in favor of Finster Live. The latter reached 100K in the same time frame. Nearly all these highlights were related to cross-dressing, with the most famous being Finn went out in public dressed as a girl, at over 2.7 million views. Other clips show Finster following hair tutorials as well as taking gender and sexuality quizzes.
Over the last year, have you had dreams in which you were the opposite gender?
No.
Never.
Dreams?
I find that really hard to
I've
believe.
thought about it, but I've never had dreams about it.
All right.
Does
Never.
that, should
This is the really deep voice we're talking about here. What's happening
we
here?
say a few times? I don't know. I don't know.
Have you had a few times though?
I've thought about it while awake, never while I was asleep.
For the record, he scored 75%
Ooh.
heterosexual, and then on another test, 28% for having gender dysphoria.
Cool. Online tests are weird as hell.
Oh shit!
One day I was watching My Little Pony documentary, and so I was like, oh, everybody in the documentary had autism. Who would have thought? So I was like, oh, I'm kind of curious. So I took an autism test, and it said I had autism. So, you know, that means I'm autistic, guys, because an online test told me. I fucking get out of here, dude.
Oh shit! No. Holy shit!
Oh, no. In the same way he started doing the bit as a dare, Jude added a stream goal to dress up as a girl for a week. The first was set at 10,000.
Dude, this person definitely wants to dress up. I don't know if the argument's going to be something like, oh, guys, you know, from a young age, they were incentivized through content to dress up like a girl, so they became a girl if they were psyoped by the internet. I guess that's possible. I think it's probably more likely that they've always wanted to like do some kind of dress up shit or cross dressing, and then like the streaming people validated them, so it just let them feel more comfortable or something, you know?
dollars with accessories for every 1K.
Papa God, you get an instant 100K, but you have to stream as a woman 3 times a week for a year. Are you becoming Papa God? No, of course not. I wouldn't do that. Fuck that.
Finn would achieve 4 of these in a single day, and ended up dressing as a woman for 2 weeks instead. It wasn't long until Jude was being paid to wear bikinis, fake boobs, wax his legs on camera, and dress up as Twitter femboy memes.
Okay, what are you wearing?
A bikini.
You're wearing a bikini?
Maybe.
Per the official R.Finster wiki, formerly where cleavage was visible, he used a Mrs. Kiss's bra to push his fat together and wore a normal bra on top. In other cases, he used silicone breasts bought from Amazon, no particular brand. On some streams, he used
we want to make sure we don't plug the specific brand that was used.
Double-sided pads to glue them to his chest. This was done by placing the pads further back, therefore enabling more chest fat to be.
Who the fuck is saying this? Is this somebody that watches Finster a lot? Is this a gooner that constantly watches Finster and is like, I know. Let me answer your fucking question right now. I'm a literal gooner.
Together, giving the illusion of cleavage. For small breasts, it was sometimes just a padded bra without anything inside. I'm trying to envision.
Thanks, I appreciate that guy fucking lore dumping. I know the lore. Why does this crossdresser? How do they look like an actual girl, or how do they look very feminine? I think that's probably the nicer way to say it. I know. I watched them all day. I donate all my money to them. I can't find a girlfriend. I don't know why.
Envision what the person looked like who wrote this message. Anyway, during this era, many of the people he brought on stream were old friends from high school, including the very same girls who would first do his makeup back in the day.
Ever since I was in high school, there was always like girls trying to put makeup on me and she's the girls.
I just the girls.
And shit on you?
These streams.
Wait, so he was doing this in they were doing this in high school too? Come on. This person's probably always trans. I just didn't understand what that meant. You know what I mean?
Proved so popular that he eventually made a new goal called Girl Month, set at 15 grand. The name is pretty self-explanatory, although there was one key difference, that he'd continue wearing makeup and dresses off-stream. Girl Month was
Wait, how did they get him to do that?
Called Girl Month, set at 15 grand. The name is pretty self-explanatory, although there was one key difference, that he'd continue wearing makeup and dresses off-stream.
That's crazy. That's crazy to do that. To just trust that. It's like, yeah, I know you'll do it. I know you love dressing like a girl so much, Finster, that you'll keep it going in the private too.
Girl Month was reincarnated on several occasions, as Finn spent more and more time living as a female. There was rarely breaks, with the exception being when he recorded Minecraft videos.
Maybe that's the break. Maybe they really are a girl, and then the break is when they dress like a boy.
Consciously dialing things back, as these were targeted at a younger audience. Eventually his hair grew long enough that he no longer had to rely on wigs. After reaching another 10K, he locked all of his men's clothes in a box, with the box becoming another reoccurring goal. Finally, to tie it all back to the dream
I feel like the wig looked nicer, you know? Not to be rude or anything.
SMP, during the MC Championships, he went viral for cosplaying as gender-swapped versions of several members.
Ooh.
The first instance of this was of Technoblade, with the late YouTuber's reaction immortalized on video.
No, it's on double camera, because it's live and I'm streaming it.
This is fucking ridiculous.
So it's double stream.
What
War
the
is
fuck?
good. Sun Tzu. That's a quote.
Oh no.
War is good.
This is truly the worst. Alright, so back to Minecraft.
That list went on to include...
Damn, Technoblade didn't give a fuck, dude. That's a Chad.
Include Tubbo, Captain Sparkles, and Dream, with...
Would you just call me a name? What the fuck?
Female Dream amassing over 135,000 likes on Twitter. This new cash flow was life-changing, and Finn was able to move into a new house that summer, despite...
That's fucking crazy. Bro, they became a financial success just dressing like people. What the fuck?
His recent dedication to living life as an e-girl, Jude was adamant that he was not trans and did not experience gender dysphoria. This sentiment can be seen in the comments, who emphasize that someone can cross-dress without being trans. Of course,
sure, that's definitely true.
that didn't stop many in the trans community from feeling gender envy and embracing him as one of their own. Some simply view
gender envy. What the fuck does that mean? That's weird, but all right, I guess so. I mean, they seem to. They look very feminine, and with it seems like almost no effort. That's actually, I don't know, dude. That's kind of interesting because, like, are they actually not trans, or are they actually not on some kind of hormone or something? Because like they like everything just worked out perfectly for them. All right, I guess so. It's just like he seems strange, you know. Yeah, I'm not on estrogen or anything. Like at all? Really?
viewed him as their goal for passing, while others labeled him an egg. For those unaware, the slang egg refers to a trans person who has yet to realize their identity. The extended metaphor likens helping someone realize they're not cis to cracking their egg. I had to go down some weird rabbit holes for researching this video. Whether or not this applied to Finster would be a constant point of contention moving forward, as many felt it simply wasn't the public's place to make that decision. As for Minecraft, in July of
yeah, probably. That's valid.
2020, Finster, Skeppy, and 3 other creators formed a group called IDOT, starting their own SMP. It only lasted 3 months, as after one member left in October, the rest followed suit. All videos on the IDOT's channel have since been deleted, alongside a now deactivated Twitter. No further explanation was given for its seemingly abrupt ending. Jude was later invited to play on the Epic SMP in January 2021. There he'd cross paths with names like Jay Schlatt, Eddie Burback, Baby No Money, Carl Jacob.
Gender envy is being envious of how someone... Well, no, I understand what gender envy is. I'm just like... I think it's the way that he said it. It was like weird to me. But yeah, I mean, that makes sense. It does make me feel like maybe they were doing something like the whole time. Like maybe Finster was doing something the whole time and we just didn't know about it. I don't know.
Cups, Too Mad, Jaded Animations, and Aaron Hansen.
Jaden Animations? What the fuck?
Oh, the stars are here!
Despite this, his stream was now firmly placed in the just chatting section of Twitch as his girl moding completely took over. In 2021, a site was created to track Finn's cross-dressing called Is It Girl Month. With this extremely weird and parasocial archive, we can calculate exactly how many times and for how long Finster lived as the other gender. The first Girl Week took place in August of 2020. A month later, his girlfriend at the time, Meow Rizza, made her debut on stream.
She needs HRT now?
Oh, I would have thought Meow Rizza was like a black person. You know, like the rapper RZA. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe. But it's Rose's decision. It's best to not pressure a person into doing it. It might turn them off, you know? Or it might not be healthy for them.
The two met in person for the first time on 9/11, and a month
wow, that's incredible. That's interesting.
Later became physically intimate.
Yeah, we haven't actually known each other for too long. We met for the first time September 11th, 2020.
Oh, that's a little after the twin. Hey, the new Twin Towers, am I right? That's their penises. That's the joke.
It's not even a joke.
All right, well, I guess it's not the joke, but you get what I'm saying.
Usually do stupid jokes, but we actually met September 11th, 2020.
That reminds me of that tragedy.
Get it on
That's fucking crazy, dude.
my Norm clips in on this one. Of the 83 streams documented on the Is It Girl Month site that year, 61 of them were spent as his Rose female alter ego. That said, it should be reiterated, Girl Month meant he'd continue dressing up off-stream. So Jude actually spent 87 days total as a woman in 2020.
Well, it doesn't really necessarily make you a woman, but I understand what you're saying. They dress like a girl. Ew.
2021
Girls
began
are
with a brief
yucky.
hiatus, likely due to the start of the Epic SMP. But February onward, nearly every stream had him cross-dressing. An exception to this was July. Initially, the people who usually did his nails and eyeliner weren't available. Then Finster got COVID. He made up for this in August with another Girl Month, which included playing with the...
You got COVID. They got COVID, so they're like, I got to make up for this. I got to do an entire other month of as a girl. Sounds like an excuse to me.
Dream and Bad Boy Halo. It continued for the rest of the year, spending 81 out of the 91 streams as Rose. His female form even began appearing on the main Finster
female form
channel, which perhaps isn't that surprising, given this was his actual hair now instead of a wig. The
Yeah, it seemed like this is kind of just the person that they actually are. Yeah.
crossover started with captions referencing his alter ego, until May when he posted a video wearing eyeliner. No longer having to take breaks from e-girl mode, finally bridging this gap made it a lot easier for Jude to record new videos, and the account became far more active afterward. As you can probably guess, it was only a matter of time before his family found out. On the PKA
I'm surprised they hadn't found out yet. I guess they're not real. They're not real ones, guys. They're not supporting the content.
podcast, Jude explained that before telling his parents, there was a brief moment where they got a glimpse into his double life.
I was in a car ride. I was on like a bit of a road trip with my mum, and I was in the passenger seat. She was driving, and I was just going through my photos, and there was a selfie that I took, and my mum happened to look over at that 1 minute. And she go, "Oh, who's she?" I went, "Oh, my friend."
Meanwhile, Jude.
That's funny. Damn, even mom couldn't tell. Come on, mom. You knew. You knew, mom.
Jude's dad put the pieces together after finding women's underwear in the laundry.
And he saw
That's suspicious. What the hell is dad doing the laundry for? What the hell? There you go. That's where it comes from. Dad was a girl, basically, doing the fucking laundry. You got a wife. Tell her to do the fucking. That's just being stupid.
saw them in the laundry, and he didn't assume. By the way, I've just thinking about this now. He didn't assume I had a girlfriend. He immediately went to, "Oh, he's a crossdresser. Okay, cool."
That makes sense because dad's probably a fucking crush. Which, by the way, I'm not criticizing. I have there's somebody I grew up with, and every fucking year, they would dress up like a half boy, half girl, like literally for Halloween. So it would be like a split down their face, and they'd have like a wig on one side. You know what I mean? So they would do that, and then their kid turned out to be trans. Which, by the way, nothing wrong with that. But I feel like maybe they were trans, and they just weren't at a time where you could express being trans. And then their kid was, and by the way, it is. God bless, by the way. I think that's a beautiful thing, you know what I mean? So yeah. It's interesting. It's interesting. That's what I say. It's so funny because some conservatives are like, "Oh my God, we want to, you shouldn't be gay. You can have the thoughts, but you can't act on them. Blah blah blah. You need to marry somebody." It's like, okay, you can have a bunch of gay guys and girls get married. Wouldn't that potentially pass on more gay? Which is fine. I don't care. But like, I don't know. Kind of owning yourself at that point. You're just creating more gay people, creating a whole gay army.
So that dreaded conversation went remarkably smoothly, and his mom, dad, and sister went on to make occasional appearances on a stream.
Oh, okay. I wonder what their relationship with that is, because I feel like maybe they were like anxious their parents wouldn't accept them, but then once they accept them, they're like, oh, I can feel more empowered to, express myself how I want to.
Dad would like to say hi to the chat, whoever you are.
Hello.
Hello. I've not seen you for a while.
You haven't actually, no.
No.
I've been making Minecraft videos and that.
Are you live streaming now?
yeah. See all that. That's all them.
With his family in on the shtick, this trend of Rose
The shtick. It seems like a lot more than a shtick at this point, bud.
taking over grew exponentially. In 2021, he lived 175 days as a woman, while in 2022, that grew to 219. Similarly, 90% of his streams in 2022 were done in drag. During this transition, it also correlated with a change in his audience. Whereas before his fan base seemed closer to other Minecraft streamers and saw the
now they're a bunch of gooners.
cross-dressing as a funny bit, there was now a distinct
It doesn't seem like it's a funny bit at this point. Nobody thinks it's a funny bit. Like it's like, oh, they Finster dressed up like a girl today. It's like, here's the new thing is to be a girl for 3 months, dress up like a girl for 80 fucking days. It's not a funny bit anymore. Just to be clear, like the framing doesn't even make any logical sense. That's not like a funny bit anymore. That's like, oh, this is real now. Like nobody does this as a joke that they don't like. Like they continuously played into it over and over again. It's not like just a silly little bit. Like they're living like a girl. That's pretty much it.
shift to homoerotic simping. For example, here's Finster reacting to a rap song by self-described simp Joyput.
Whoa.
Everybody treat him like he sending weird shit to his P.O. box. People acting pissy, just nah, stop.
Finn not
This
only
song
gave
sucks. You know what though? Can we talk about something? Simping gets a bad rap. I'm gonna explain something to you, okay? I'm gonna explain something to you before I get you to simp for me. Everybody's like, oh, simping is bad, simping is bad. What is simping? Simping is doing so much for somebody and they don't reciprocate, right? Like I simp for my wife. I'll kiss the ground she walks on, but she does the same for me. And she'll spit in my mouth. So no, I'm just kidding. I spit in hers. But the point I'm making is that that's not simping. That's mutual. Simping is when you do something for somebody, they don't do any reciprocation. Simping is the same thing as overtraining in the gym. You go to the gym, you overtrain, you learn yourself, you learn what you can and can't handle, and you're like, oh, okay. Like the overall, the fundamental behavior is good to give onto somebody or to train, but I'm doing too much and I'm not getting the proper reciprocation, right? that is what simping is. Simping is just overtraining for your emotions, and you guys need to understand that, okay? And I know a thing or two about overtraining. See, dude, there you go. This is in the way. August, make this less gay. Computer, make everybody gay and horny for me. Computer, make everybody gay and horny for me right now. Make everybody gay and horny right now. Computer, make everybody also have a very nice day.
him VIP status in chat, but Joyput went on to become the main editor of his live stream channel. And to be clear, I say homoerotic because of the emphasis Jude himself put on being a man, from sharing his birth certificate to starting streams with photos of himself as a young lad. Many channels are
this is emphasis on being a man.
And to be clear, I say homoerotic because of the emphasis Jude himself put on being a man, from sharing his birth certificate to starting streams
Just one of the boys, a very manly man. Okay.
with photos of himself as a young lad. Many channels emerged with names like Finster E-Girl or Femboy Fanpage, showing Jude's sissy bimboification over the
What the fuck? This is crazy, the words that are being used.
years.
Frank Hassel, you ever go to high school with him? He's known to sissy hypno.
Several of these users would become prominent
What the fuck is what atmospheres are you in where you're using these words, dude? This video is making me think like, what? How online are you, fucking? How fucking online are you, bro? What the fuck?
members of his community. Take, for example, the head mod of his subreddit, Amoya. Amoya first gained prominence as a dedicated clipper, uploading viral clips of Finster moaning and jiggling his boobs.
What the fuck? I'm sorry. That's fucking dude. Those are like words that were said. That's fucking insane, dude. That's fucking preposterous that you said that. That's crazy. What a life, man. What a life. Guys, I'm gonna go to work. I'm going to work at the shampoo factory when I get home. I can't wait to clip all the tits of my favorite fucking femboy streamer, Finster. Fuck, I'm horny. God damn it.
Jude engaged with...
What's their name again? What the fuck?
...this individual directly, with a community in-joke being Amoya's fascination with his feet. As the obsessed fan would say, he's sure to single me out when he wears certain types of shoes. So...
I mean, does Finster have nice feet? What the I'm just asking. Like, I'm just curious.
Gross. Wish you'd
so
stop.
Fucking pissed off.
The next to ascend was a user named
Ascend? Oh my god, what are we talking about here? We talking about fucking clavicular?
16 Hobbit, who made what he called artistic tributes to Rose.
Cum tribute, you mean? Is that what they're talking about?
The first few were essentially AMVs with titles like Give Me a Reason to Love You and Parasocial Witchcraft. He caught Finn's attention after topping the leaderboard for gifted subs. These tributes...
It sounds like I'm doing something wrong. I need to be getting on whatever wagon this is. I need to be getting something. I got to do some kind of boob clip farm.
Evolved into higher effort, community-driven productions that are somehow even creepier. Just take a look at Democracy Fails for Finster, centering on a poll Jude held for his next outfit. The video uses AI to mimic news reporters for the OFN, the Only Fin Network.
Wow. Good for them. The Only Fin Network.
It's extremely bizarre and unsettling.
And it started out innocently enough. Finn decided to allow his viewers to select the outfit he would wear as his now signature persona, Rose Elizabeth.
What the fuck is happening here? Are we getting AI slopped right now?
Evergreen, through a democratic vote in a formal poll.
If this uncanniness wasn't enough, the upload essentially recounts how the poll was weighted by mods to appear more wholesome.
This seems like interesting. I mean, all jokes aside, like this doesn't seem like a content strategy for me, but this seems like an interesting content strategy for some people. Like it seems kind of smart. Like they have like a whole silly like network where they do, I don't know, it just seems silly. It seems like they have a decent like kind of intelligent content strategy, no?
With a majority of viewers voting for the skimpiest outfit.
Between the ones on the left, who wish to see Rose as the wholesome girl next door, and those on the right, who prefer Rose as a slut they'd like to f***.
This is fucking insane, dude.
However, by far the most notorious of these fans was a user by the name of 10 Muses.
But I mean, by the way, as a look... Oh,
a good
hell.
daddy looks after his princess.
That's fucking crazy. $1,000. Go fuck yourself, bro. Eat shit. Fuck you.
Thank you, Daddy.
10 Muses who...
That's crazy. They paid for that daddy there. You know what I mean? Like, they paid to be called that. That's fucking...
For henceforth as 10, first emerged on July 5th, 2022, when he gifted Finn 100 subs. No strings attached, but if you feel like it, give me a sexy smile and say, thank you, 10 Muses, in a soft, sexy voice.
Wow, this is
Jude, while playing along, was understandably shocked by the large donation.
Jesus Christ! Sorry, sorry, I blanked.
What was the donation again?
While playing along, was understandably shocked by the large donation.
Jesus Christ!
Wait, what?
Give me a sexy smile and say, thank you, 10 Muses, in a...
Oh, it's $1,000.
Soft, sexy voice. Jude, while playing along, was understandably shocked by the large donation.
Because it says, I got donated $300,000 on stream. I think that's the name of the video, but they got $1,000.
Jesus Christ! Sorry, sorry, I blanked. Brain short-circuiting, dude. Oh my god, let me look good at least, dude. Thank you for the $1,000. Thank you, 10 Moses.
But even more shocking was that the donations kept on coming. While going over...
I guess so did fucking that guy. He kept coming too.
Over outfits he owned, he remarked that one was effectively underwear and likely to get him in trouble with Twitch. 10 reappeared with another $1,000 donation, demanding Jude wear the magical girl outfit. When he refused, the mysterious donor dropped another grand, eventually giving enough for him to cave.
You want me to wear that?
Damn. That guy, why does that guy have so much money? You think they have a lot of money, or do you think that they just like are very irresponsible with their money?
This is the skirt that you want me to wear. This. No! What the f***? Oh my god. 10, why are you gifting me so much? What is your job? What company do you own? Apple?
Maybe.
No skirt.
Now wearing the skin.
You know who it might honestly be? It might honestly be Elon Musk. I feel like Elon Musk would totally donate money for that, you know?
The anime girl outfit, 10 donated yet another $1,000.69 with the message, "Quick spin for rear view, then untuck." Jude once
Bro, that's fucking insane. Men are disgusting. That much? What the fuck, dude? Oh my god.
again refused, leading 10 to give $100 before asking, "Would implants for a year be fun for you, or a hardship to be endured? Not just a casual question."
That's fucking crazy. Holy shit, dude.
In response, Finster said, "It depends." As it turns out, 10 Muses was not a longtime fan, but someone who stumbled upon Finster while browsing femboy streams. But as luck would have it, Jude had joked in the past that for $300,000 he would get breast implants for a year. Astonishingly, 10 Muses had that money and was willing to negotiate terms. Of course, such an agreement would require a contract and lawyers. So Finn and his mod Seth
Does that... You have to get a... Imagine that. A contract and lawyers. A contract and lawyers to get you to fucking... To get you to become a fucking... That's crazy, dude. Holy shit.
contacted 10 Muses in private to vet him. They received his ID, saw him on video, and verified he not only had the money, but was completely serious.
That's fucking insane.
As a result, Jude seriously thought about getting breast implants, deeply conflicted over making such a life-altering decision. But then again...
You think? You think, dude? What the fuck do you think? What the hell?
And it was life-altering money. After researching what that process entailed, he ultimately decided against it, realizing it was much more intensive than he expected.
Yeah, no kidding.
I am proud of you. You made the correct decision. Implants are not a bit for the internet. It's a serious decision.
What's interesting is that, like, so far, this is an interesting point in the video, only because it seems like the general tone of this video is like, hey, Finster was, like, groomed into being trans. The problem with that becomes, though, it becomes a problem with that narrative when, like, Finster wouldn't go through with something that they were uncomfortable with. You know what I mean? You would have expected them to be like, oh, okay, I'll do it then at that point. But it seems like they will set a boundary with their audience.
I thought about it, chat. I thought about it. That's the most insane. I spent an...
It was always Finn's call. It's his body and he should do whatever he likes.
Unfortunately, this was far from the end of 10 Muses' reign over the stream.
Hey, listen, he's got money, baby. He's got that money, baby. He ain't fucking around.
In fact, on July 27th, he made another proposal. This time, he would send $300,000 if Jude perfected his girl voice.
Jude, if I will send $300,000 to Israel right now if you get bottom surgery. What the fuck?
Once again, Finn's girl voice had been discussed for years among fans. His inability to talk femininely was a recurring gag. He tried to learn several times, even meeting with instructors, but failed.
That's crazy. Okay. I mean, if people are donating money to them for them to talk the way that they talk, why change it? You know what I mean? Everything's working right now, so why give into it more? By the way, this is like the worst spiritual remake of God of War 1 I've ever fucking played in my life. Because it's the only one I've played, and it's not good.
As he found it too cringe to practice. But with that amount of cash on the table, Finster agreed, and committed to an arrangement where he'd get $300,000 in exchange for learning how to sound like a girl.
Nice.
This time, his instructor...
What the fuck is that? Does that sound like, or like a voice box surgery?
...was a woman named Kim, who helped trans women with vocal training.
Kim does vocal training. She has helped a lot of trans women. And for my purposes, there's quite a lot of overlap. Again, for people that may not know, I'm not trans, but I am trying to learn a girl's voice while I look like this. There's overlap.
Nice.
Yeah, the process is cringe.
Oh, they are trans too. Okay, I was just curious.
But the results will be based.
You might think that with this agreement in place, 10 would be satisfied, but no. Instead, the whale continued donating, showering Jude with attention and crushing any sub or donation goal on stream.
Bro, could you just fucking imagine here? Could you just imagine that this guy... Could you imagine that this fucking guy donating all this money, like his grandma died, like his rich grandma died that he fucking hated, and he got like $1 million, and he's like, he just loves Finster. It's like, I'm gonna fucking jack off to this person so hard. You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't doubt that. I could see that happening, honestly.
He also began sending gifts to Finster's P.O. box.
That's crazy,
including diamond earrings worth $10,000 and a...
What the fuck? This is insane.
Daddy's Princess. Before long, the two were having back and forths through donations, calling Jude a good girl while he responded by calling him Daddy.
Sorry, I only have eyes for
Oh my god, dude, this is fucking crazy.
Thank you, Daddy.
Side view, legs crossed.
What the
fuck? I am
fuck?
incredibly straight. I'm a manly man. I'm a very, very straight. Super straight, you could say.
Who's a good girl?
Me.
It sounds like they're coping. This is them being silly for stream clips though.
Hey, Daddy, I am a good girl.
Does my princess like her?
Like they're like, oh, I'm actually a real man, and then they're just like, oh, and then they do this bit. What's interesting is this probably gets this fucking guy off paying Finster so much money. It's like because he's probably like, yeah, I am turning this person into a fucking girl. You know what I mean? Like they feel like they have this power. It's fucking crazy.
Presents.
Yes, I do, Daddy. Yes, I do. Oh my God, yes, I do.
Finn even began wearing a
Got a little fucking like Boston on there, Brooklyn. Yes, I do.
custom pink collar emblazoned with the name Rose.
Be still my heart. Have you enjoyed being Daddy's princess tonight?
I've enjoyed it very much. Is that a collar? Jesus Christ, it's beefy.
Do you feel different?
I do a bit. I feel expensive.
All of this, mind you, was on a stream where the original intended audience was Minecraft fans who were about the age you'd expect to really like Dream.
You know.
Nah, it seems you've even admitted that they changed significantly, so I don't think that this is. I think at this point there's something very different going on here. Clearly, you know.
For kids.
If all of that wasn't strange enough, 10 also gifted Finn a small pink plastic chair for children. He then donated $69.69 to say, "That is your timeout chair. It is to teach you to be a good girl when you misbehave. Thank me for helping to make you a good girl even better." After this,
okay.
Finster's roleplay with his sugar daddy frequently involved sitting in the timeout chair.
You're
What the fuck, dude? Holy shit.
misbehaving. Go sit in the chair for a bit. Come back when you're ready to be a good girl.
This is genuinely quite uncomfortable.
If you promise to be a sweet princess,
Did he buy the chair for her too?
you can come back.
Him?
By
Them?
August, and
Whatever.
not counting the 300K agreement, the mysterious 10 muses
Counting or not counting the 300K agreement, guys?
had donated $7 grand, alongside 920 gifted subs, making that public total of $12,184.49. That doesn't even include the gifts such as the jewelry. Jude next hit the goal for laser hair removal.
Jewelry?
With one fan channel noting his quote-unquote backdoor would be smooth, clean, tight, and fresh. There was an instance where a different user named I'm Not Sub donated $1,000. 10 muses retaliated by one-upping them with a 5K donation reading They're Killers.
Wait, what?
10
This person donated $1,150, so they upped it by doing 5K?
10 muses retaliated by one-upping them with a 5K donation reading There Can Only Be One.
You guys notice that there's like a pyramid going on here? It started a little bit, like it started like high, but it was like 1,000 or like $60, and then it got up to like tens of thousands, and then now it's kind of like going back down again. You know what I mean? You think that they're running out of the grandma's inheritance?
Jude posted this exchange to his TikTok, remarking the sugar daddy wars have begun. Upon learning all this, you might expect Finster's viewers would be weirded out by some random sugar daddy taking over the stream.
Of course not, dude. They're fucking jerking off. They're probably sitting there jacking it. They're probably like, oh my God, thank God this guy's donating so much money. I don't have this kind of money. This is so good for me. My swinks are going up, you know?
But through my research, I discovered that couldn't be further from the truth.
You guys, what do you think happened here? What do you think happened? You know what, Gamer of Mars, I'm on to you, bud. I know exactly what happened. I know what kind of man you are. They're sitting here and they're like, holy fuck, I can't stop watching Finster on Twitter or something. So they're fucking, I gotta do some research to make a video out of them so it doesn't seem weird.
His fans were overwhelmingly on 10 Muse's side, encouraging him every step of the way. And that couldn't be any more apparent than when Jude tried to set a hard boundary. On August 21st, 2022, Finster decided to cut him off, restricting his PayPal so that he couldn't donate more than $3 at a time.
Damn, that's crazy.
Jude expressed that after smashing every donation goal, he couldn't keep this going, as otherwise he'd end up having to live as a woman for the rest of his life.
Everything that you see that is blue, I have been dressing like a girl 24/7 on these blue days. And recently, the red days are the days off. We stopped doing days off. If I keep letting him hit these donation goals, I am...
What the fuck? Are they wearing like a fake tits?
...going to be like this for the rest of the year. That's not gonna happen.
His chat was immediately flooded with users spamming the hashtag.
You think that they're being serious or they're trying to do like a bit there?
Free 10. Unsurprisingly, 10 Muses did not take this well. Through $3 donations, he wrote, "This isn't anywhere close to the same. Change it back now. Daddy is getting angry. I bet some big donations would bring in some viewers. I'm using all of this free time I've got now to plot revenge. You are going to pay, princess. You little brat, I will put you on your knees when I'm back." I would like to remind everyone this was all happening on public social media websites, marked as safe for work and treated as normal, silly content. During the same time, Finn
Yeah, that seems a little inappropriate there.
opened another gift from 10, a pink onesie reading I'm a good girl.
I think you are forgetting who the dom is here.
I think I hold a bit more power as of right now, don't you think, chat? I sat in the chair too many times. I say, Daddy, I have been called princess too many times to let this go.
But just as he was about to open the box containing all of his masculine clothing, 10 Muses made a new offer, one that the streamer just couldn't refuse.
I'll give you 25,000 to leave that box closed.
What? It's completely unboxed. Look, hold on. It's completely open, man. Come on. I was a second away.
After some deliberation,
this feels like fake. Does it not feel fake to you guys? That like this was like a bit that was this is kind of like a bit that was meant to promote the stream. I don't know, maybe I'm just like fucking terminally online, but that's what it kind of reads to as me.
And 10 pulling a power move by leaving right after to watch a different femboy stream, he gave Finster his terms.
Unban me immediately. Box stays closed until I say otherwise. Apologize profusely while sitting in chair. You don't deserve the money after your behavior today. Do the above and I make a 25k donation
for transgender equality.
Finster agreed, but with one stipulation, that the money wouldn't go to him, but to charity for transgender people. 10 Muses agreed and donated $25,000 to the National Center for...
Yeah, this seems very staged. I don't know. This seems like a little staged to me. This is a really good clippable moment for stream. You know what I mean? I feel like Gamer from Mars is like falling for the fucking bait.
For transgender equality. It's worth noting that in the weeks leading up to this stream, many
Darman wrote the script, true.
Felt conflicted over how much money Finn was getting, as it could easily be going to better causes. At the time,
isn't that how it could always be? All money could always be going to better causes, you know?
10 wrote on Reddit, "That's a hard question to answer publicly without sounding self-aggrandizing. I guess I'll leave it at I think your concerns would be satisfied." Well, this move assuaged those feelings, and to many turned it into a feel-good story with a happy ending. In fact, all those clips I just showed you were edited into comprehensive videos for the Finster Live channel.
Yes, I know, because it's probably all bait. I think that kind of proves it's fucking bait, huh? You know what I mean?
Which received over 1.2 million views. If you look at the comments of said video, the response is overwhelmingly positive, with many commenters going so far as to praise 10 Muses for what he did. Absolutely based of 10 for not only respecting Finn's decision to not go through with body-altering surgeries he didn't want, but make a massive donation to a trans rights charity. I cannot express how incredible this single person is.
Isn't it crazy that tens or whatever is actually Saikuno?
10 is a god among us, and his understanding of Finn's boundaries but willingness to play around has been so much fun to watch. I'm so glad he came to the streams.
Hey guys, look at all the positive affirmation from this interaction between Finster and this person. There's no way it's fucking not fake. There's no way. There's like some element to this has got to be. I mean, I wouldn't doubt that the person's like really giving money, but there's got to be like a bit here. You know what I mean? Like there's part of this is like a bit. You don't think that they've talked privately to each other after he's donating thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars? There's no way that they're not in on something. You don't think about it. Like, oh, hey, I'm a fucking, hey, this guy's like simping for me. Let me reach out to him and talk to him. And he's like, yeah, you know, I could give you money for like a thing. We could do like a whole bit. Oh yeah, that sounds good. You know, that's what it reads like to me.
I feel like I live in crazy land because the way they talk about him, it's like they view everything 10 Muses did as a big joke. I mean, I know Finn is playing along and all, but the reality of what we're seeing here is a really rich dude testing a 22-year-old's boundaries by throwing money at him until he engages in daddy dom baby girl roleplay.
All right. I'm assuming Gamer from Mars thinks that like Finster's like this fucking victim of this guy or something. Okay.
Just because the sugar daddy donated to charity in a last-minute performative gesture doesn't change that.
Oh yeah, it was Mr. Beast. That makes sense.
That from being what happened.
I guess. I mean, you're trying to make... They're a fucking adult, dude. They're 22 years old. They're getting money to do things that they don't have to do, and they're doing them. And I guarantee you that like half of this is like a bit, and it's played up for the bit. It seems like you're kind of like running with a narrative here. Like it seems like so far he wants to believe. He's got this whole like, oh my God, they were groomed into being trans narrative that he's trying to push. And like, you know, I guess so. It could be possible in the most extreme. But I think it's probably more likely that that's not what's happening, and it's less extreme than you're saying it is.
We find a few even slightly concerned comments, such as one stating, "This is hilarious, but I really hope 10 is just doing this for the comedy, and not genuinely trying to condition Finn into being a massive sub." Yeah, buddy, I'm sure this guy offering $300,000 for him to get breast enlargement surgery is just a big goof.
Well, I mean, they didn't take it, though, so doesn't that kind of harm your perspective there? Doesn't that one, like, harm you a little bit? Like, it makes you look wrong? Because they didn't take the bait for that?
Donation I glossed over is this rather unsettling message in light of his commitment to these life-changing surgeries. Have lipo on your midsection. They can re-inject the fat into your hips or butt for a more feminine figure. Reversible too, maybe a little extreme though. Going back to the stream, to avoid getting back in the pink children's timeout chair, Finn goes downstairs to find a banana before unbanning 10 on PayPal. 10 Muses tests its functionality by donating $1,000. That's how the Finster live video ends, and for now, Ware will step away from 10 Muses. Evidently, he isn't going anywhere, and per his demands, Jude spent the rest of 2022 and the entirety of 2023 as a woman. But as that goes on, we'll shift focus to some controversies relating to Jude himself. The first relates to his then-girlfriend, Meow Rizza. You see, before meeting Finn, Marissa was a trans sex worker on OnlyFans. Okay. It was her primary source of income, generating 15 to 20K a month at its peak.
Okay, so they decided to date a porn star. Okay.
The story goes that in 2022, she was desperate to get facial feminization surgery. This is a popular procedure for trans people that often involves remodeling their bones. For her, such an operation would
it's also very expensive.
Cost approximately 30,000 euros. Okay. Unable to afford this, she asked Jude to help. Jude agreed to pay her £5,000 with the stipulation that she had to post on OnlyFans every day for a month. This agreement was put in writing, albeit on a napkin, but still a contract nonetheless. Well,
so what's the problem with it? What I'm hearing is like, hey, I'm dating a porn star that's not consistently working, and they want money for a thing, so if they want that money, they're going to have to continue their career. Now, do I think that OnlyFans is a great career aspiration? No, I don't, but it sounds the same to me as like, oh, you know what? I'll buy you a computer. I will buy you that new computer if you commit to streaming. You know what I mean? As your job. That's kind of how I talk about it, or that's how I would interpret it. Because that's basically what this is, right? I mean, like, it's a promise that you'll actually do work.
Marissa did post daily for a month, and on March 23rd underwent surgery. However, when she asked Finster for the $5,000, he refused to pay up. Instead, Jude revealed that he never intended to give her that money.
Damn, what the hell, Finster?
His intent had actually been to trick her into making the money herself in an attempt to teach her a lesson.
I guess that's something. Okay, interesting.
Not only did Jude see nothing wrong about this, he refused to budge until 8 months later.
I don't really care that much. They're dating, so.
All the two met again at a party, and Marissa revealed
they weren't dating anymore?
That she was now in debt due to unpaid taxes.
Well, that's kind of odd. Wait, what the fuck? What the fuck is happening right now? The two met again at a party? Aren't they fucking dating? Why would they meet again at a party if they're dating? Are they online dating? I don't understand what's happening.
Wrong about this, he refused to budge until 8 months later. That fall, the two met again at a party, and Marissa revealed that she was now in debt due to unpaid taxes.
But that's on her. If she's making 15 to 20K a month, and she didn't get the money for the... I mean, like, it's shitty, but, like, I'm just so confused. They should have given the money. I just don't understand, like, why, if they're dating, why would they meet up again? Yeah, no, they should have definitely gave them money. I'm so fucking confused, though. Why would they meet up 8 months later? Aren't they dating? I don't get it.
As a result, Jude finally made good on his word and paid what was owed on November 2nd.
Okay, cool. I'm very confused, though. November 2nd. This is September 20th. Oh, never mind. Wait, I'm so confused. Oh, September 2nd, 2022. This is 3 years old.
Despite this, there was clearly bad blood, as weeks later, while on stream, Marissa relitigated the ordeal to the public.
Here's my horror story. When I got facial feminization surgery in March 2022, I asked my rich friend Finster, could you please help me?
I thought they were dating. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Maybe they started dating after? I don't care. Okay.
He said no. Paid $0.
Give me $5K.
They bicker throughout this retelling, interrupting each other to correct details or add additional context. In pursuit of fairness, I'll try my best to convey both of their perspectives. Marissa explains that the surgery had already been booked before she asked. She then claims to have offered to pay him back, but Jude outright denies this.
So I went to Finn and asked him if he could help me out with it. Did I say I would pay you back?
No.
Yeah, I asked him if he would help me out with it because it was necessary for me. I had it booked, and for me it was like a life or death. Realistically, for most trans people, it's life or death. And
I hear that. I understand what they're saying. They're saying that they had like a lot of dysphoria associated with it. So,
at this point,
at the time, Marissa had 20,000 euro in her bank, so Jude felt she could afford it. They agree her OnlyFans had been inactive for months, which Marissa blamed on ADHD.
At the end of
okay, so they're being lazy.
The month, he said, I tricked you. You're not gonna get it. He said, you're not gonna get it. I said, you signed a contract. He said, you're not gonna get it,
but I made you money regardless because you posted. He, to this day, thinks he was doing me a favor because technically, through manipulation, he made me money. He did give it to me.
Well, kind of. I mean, if the only reason you're not posting on OnlyFans is because you're fucking ADHD, so you're just being a fucking idiot at that point, then they kind of helped you get your money back together, no?
Me in the end, like a year later. But at the moment when it happened, he was adamant about, yes, I tricked you and I lied to you, but it was for a good cause.
While Jude clarifies he no longer felt he was in the right here, he still defended his rationale.
I did let my career go down because I was mentally ill at
And
the time.
that's the sort of thing that would get worse and worse if you stopped completely. Because I knew also when you were going to do the surgery, you were going to be out of commission for a month.
It is a fair play. Look, it is totally fair. He made me post. He made me save my account by making me post. But you could have still done that and given me the money that you promised.
I manipulated Marisa to do something.
That is true. You could have given the money.
Now, Jude pointed out that after the surgery, Marisa bought a Toyota Supra, refuting the notion that the surgery left her bankrupt. Her financial
Yeah, true.
turmoil stemmed from unpaid taxes, which she blamed on her accountant.
Aren't you an accountant? The joke is that's what some OnlyFans people call themselves. They call themselves accountants.
Why are you lying? You're actually lying. You bought a Supra. I did buy a Supra 1 year after the surgery. It's all the same money. And I bought the Supra before he gave me the money.
Honestly, it just sounds like this person is a mess. Marisa
Yes. That might be why they do OnlyFans.
is noticeably loose on the timeline, as she claims the surgery happened a year ago when it took place in March of 2022. This stream is dated November 2022. That means it's impossible for her Supra to have been bought a year after the surgery. This clip stayed in relative obscurity until several years later when it resurfaced as a call-out on Twitter. Due to the OnlyFans aspect, it was recontextualized as sexual exploitation, sparking widespread outrage.
I don't think it's sexual exploitation at all, but okay.
I want all Finster defenders to see this. He literally coerced a suicidal woman into sex work under the false promise of paying for her surgery. And
I mean, listen, Finster should have paid them. Because they promised to pay them. But it sounded like this person's job was doing OnlyFans and they were being fucking lazy and not doing their job. And they were like friends or dating or something. I think the timeline's unclear, to be honest with you. So Finster's like, oh, I'll give you money if you get this surgery. Or no, excuse me, like, oh, I'll give you money to get the surgery, but you have to actually post again, which was their job to do. So I don't know. It doesn't really seem like it's that fucking deep.
And then acted like he did a good thing for giving her the motivation to post. He is literally laughing thinking about it. Deeply evil.
Problem is that these people think that OnlyFans is like the most evil thing in the entire world. I don't think it's ideal, but it's not like that deep. So
Finn would respond in a video titled, "I got cancelled on Twitter."
I'm a sex trafficker, Chad. I have been cancelled on Twitter, and I do actually mean genuinely cancelled.
Finster claimed the clip had been misinterpreted, as they were supposedly both doing a bit.
What you don't realize,
I mean, they probably are doing a bit of a bit, but yeah, okay.
is that we're obviously doing a bit! Oh my god, we are so obvious. Jesus, we are so obviously doing a bit during this.
Finn then
It seems like this situation is real, and then they're doing a bit, like bickering with each other. That's more likely.
offered a new explanation that he was unable to pay Marisa at the time because he had just bought a house. In this recount, once Finn got the money, he immediately paid her per his contractual obligations.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
I couldn't pay her, and then as soon as I
don't know if I believe that.
got paid, as soon as I had
Wasn't it like months later?
money in the account after the tax had cleared, because my year end is in August, the month after! Terrible timing, yeah. Which, by the way, she knows about. And also, this isn't an accusation from Reza. This is just Twitter being mad about something that no party cares.
Well, I mean, worst case scenario, you guys were doing a bit, and you guys, it's silly for you, like, oh, we did a bit, and we trick people into thinking this. Why do you believe it? You know what I mean? It's like it's kind of on you for doing that now.
Sorry, I'm pressed about this, chat. And then I immediately paid her.
Now, even if you don't fully side with Marisa, this new explanation makes absolutely zero sense in the context of the original clip. First of all, it's not much of a bit when they're both legitimately arguing, but hey.
Well, that would be the bit, right? So like, what you're saying doesn't make any sense. It's possible it's a bit that like, oh, I can give you this money. Oh, I don't have it now, blah, blah, blah. Maybe that's true. I don't really know. But I mean, you know, what I would say is like, you got people to, you know, you did the troll game. You're like, oh, I'm fucking dumb. And then when people believe that you're dumb, you're like, haha, I fooled you. It's like, oh, okay.
Finster is not exactly known for being good at distinguishing what's a bit or not, so I'll give him a pass there. The claim of having just bought a house was never brought up in the initial argument either. I went through old streams to see if his background changed at all, but no, he's lived in the same house from at least January 2021 to January 2023.
Oh, is that true? Yeah, those look like the same thing. Did they actually buy a house? I don't know. Who knows?
Marisa's surgery was in March of 2022, and the receipt of Finn's payment is dated that November.
Okay.
So his new timeline doesn't track at all. Finally, near the end, you can
Well, it seemed like they gave money to the person before there was like public pressure though, right? So maybe it is true. I don't know.
Hear him stammering off while describing how they got on the subject of taxes. The way he tells it, they were just having a chill conversation about paying taxes. But from Marissa's recount, the thing happening in the background was a party, and that she quote-unquote confronted that motherfucker.
1 month ago, I confronted him and said, "Motherfucker, why don't you just give me the money?" And then he did. At the end of the day, after he made roughly 500k from Twitch donations.
The brazenness
that does sound pretty credible though.
Of which Finster
Damn, is Finster a big old lying person, dude? What the hell?
Is misrepresenting clips we can still watch ourselves is baffling. And to be clear, this is coming from a person who loves to mock people that have false moral outrage on Twitter. It's absurd to call him a sex trafficker over this, but it does speak to how desensitized he'd become to the idea of sex work, where he saw nothing wrong with tricking a friend into getting back into OnlyFans.
Well, I don't think that that's reasonable. Like, yeah, they think that like sex work is normalized to them, but it seems, I mean, the context, I thought they were dating first of all, but the context seems to be like, oh, they haven't worked in a while. I'm gonna get them to work by doing this thing. Like, it's just, I don't think it's this fucking, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's it's still like an aspect of it that it's a little exaggeratory in my opinion. But
Truly
okay.
the work of a modern day Tom Sawyer. Finn confessed the scandal kept him up for days, in part because he couldn't get in contact with Marissa. They did eventually chat, with the public assured they were both still friends and the matter had been resolved.
I could have swore they were dating. I'm so fucking confused. Like, did they break up? Where's the timeline here?
He ends the video by concluding it was a mistake to respond at all, and that he should have simply ignored the callouts and acted like it never happened.
I messaged a friend of mine called Pyrocynical, and I said, "What the f*** can you help me?"
Oh shit, the degenerate pyrocynical. It's incredible.
I've texted Reza, and she's just been offline. Can you fucking help, dude? And he went, dude, you're going insane. You're ranting about this.
While this controversy was undoubtedly a trash fire, it pales in comparison to what came next. In February 2022,
oh shit, it gets worse, dude.
Finster posted a screenshot of a fan-made rose cake compilation.
Oh, Rose is their name. Got like their fake name or whatever.
This got a reply from John Hollywood, a famous ex-transgender porn star with over 300,000 followers. He previously went by the name Ella and uses the online alias Soda Cat and Toon Soda. The two flirted over both Twitter and Discord before meeting up in February of 2023 to hang out on stream.
Sniff the chair, you have to? I'm fighting my inner demons right now, man. Soda! What? Ooh.
They're a former trans person? That's fucking weird as hell. Okay.
This wholesome interaction sadly took a darker
I don't know if that was too wholesome to me. That was a gooner interaction. What the fuck is that?
Turn when in August, a prolific pedo named Orion Grant Passmore, better known as Giggly Goon Clown, was hacked.
What the dude, what are those words that I just heard? That's insane. Sorry, I need to hear that again.
This wholesome interaction sadly took a darker turn when in August, a prolific pedo named Orion Grant Passmore, better known as Giggly Goon Clown, was
that's a sentence, man. That's a sentence.
hacked, leading all of his Discord DMs to be leaked online. This cache of logs revealed that the Goon Clown was in direct contact with John Hollywood. These messages revealed that John intentionally tried to make himself look like a little boy, and that he got off on the idea of exposing minors to explicit
What the fuck?
direct contact with John Hollywood. These messages revealed that John intentionally tried to make himself look like a little boy, and that he got off on the idea of exposing minors to explicit material.
What the fuck? Which one is John?
No, that is not an exaggeration. John can be seen here talking about EPI.
John is the trans person. But I have no fucking clue what EPI is. Hush. Erotic pony interactions. What does EPI mean? I don't know what that means.
Which is short for something so dark I really have no interest in talking about here more than I have to. But in
Well, I need to know what it means. But
short, Orion and John had graphic and specific private conversations about wanting to groom people as well as sharing drawings of said subjects. It's worth noting Jean at the time was attempting to pivot to Twitch, which is likely part of why he wanted to collaborate with Finster at all.
Alright, well that's I guess I'll erotic pony interaction? Well, what is that just that sounds like My Little Pony shit. I don't understand do I not understand what does this mean? Am I just not getting it? Do I just not get it? I don't what does it have to do with grooming kids?
Whether or not that was related to potentially accessing a younger demographic is up to you. To be clear, while these messages are real and Jean was in the Goon Clown's Discord server for years, that was largely the extent of his involvement. That's not me giving him credit, I just have to be clear about what exactly we're talking about here. The depravity of what was in these leaks goes much further, reaching depths of psychosexual sadism, grooming, and other disturbing criminal activities. And in case there's any doubt, Jean confirmed the authenticity of the messages in a statement to Turkey Tom. In the aftermath of
okay, maybe we have to watch that Turkey Tom video.
these revelations, heavy scrutiny was placed on all of the people who were associated with him in the past. This notoriously included a picture of Hollywood with both Finster and Ava Chris Tyson of Mr. Beast fame. The photo was taken in April of 2023.
So just so I'm understanding, another person had their Discords leaked and they were a weird pedophile, but not necessarily the trans person? Is that what I'm hearing?
When Chris invited Finster to Tokyo during a company trip. Jean was Finster's +1, leading Chris to throw Finster under the bus while also admitting to having a crush on him. I invited the person I was kind of friends with because they had just started HRT, and I also had a crush on them. They asked if they could bring a friend. I met the person maybe 3 times total before I realized they were into each other, and I left because I felt like I had been used for a free date to Japan, and kind of was left as a third wheel.
Damn, third wheel and fucking Ava Chris Tyson. So fucked up, guys.
Just want to point out it's crazy that Chris is trying to frame flying a person out on Mr. Beast's dime as a story about him being a victim since he didn't get laid.
What? Guess. It sounds like they were like, oh, I had somebody I had a crush on come out here, and then, which I'm assuming it's Finster, and then they used me? I think that's fine for them to complain about.
While neither Finster nor Chris were directly connected to the Goon Clown, this backlash would resurface the latter's fascination with Lolly as well as the CP artist Shadman. Eventually, Chris was fired by Mr. Beast after several of his former underage Discord mods accused him of grooming.
They didn't groom anybody. I don't think it was several. I think it was like one person, but then they backtracked it. There was no grooming. It was just inappropriate messages, which I shouldn't be doing. But I'm not getting into this whole fucking rundown here.
This resulted in his own Discord leaks where over 500,000 messages were shared online. Once again, Finn wasn't actually connected to this at all. But his proximity to now 2 disgraced trans influencers was enough for accounts like Validels to imply he was through guilt by association. This thread, which got over 16,000 likes, contained blatant misinformation, such as claiming—
I like that this one says, and proven to groom little kids. Wait, hold on. Mr. B. Oh, hold on. I'm reading this wrong. Finster and Chris from Mr. Beast have been shown hanging out with known pedophile Jen. Oh, okay. I thought this was saying that Chris was a groomer. Okay, maybe they did. I don't really get this whole EPI thing. I might have to look this. We might have to watch the Turkey Tom video because I'm not understanding what's going on in this segment. I really don't get it. So maybe we have to watch that. This is strange to me.
Association. This thread, which got over—
I'm just not understanding. I'm not understanding the allegations.
16,000 likes, contained blatant misinformation, such as claiming Jean Hollywood groomed the Goon Clown, which is baseless. Still, it was a major catalyst and where most people heard about these horrors for the first time. The very next day, Jude's thread on Kiwi Farms was created, and trolls from the website Soyjack Party raided his chat to ask about Goongate.
What are your thoughts on Goongate?
I'm pretty sure I haven't
connection to him. Hashtag Goongate.
Jesus.
Oh,
this is gonna continue for so long.
What is?
When Finn did respond, it was after revealing he was still in contact with John, preferring to call him Soda. He laughed about how—
Yeah, EPI. What is that? Pony? I don't get that. It's a whole different rabbit. Yeah, we have to go down a different rabbit hole. I don't really understand the specifics here.
John regularly brought up weird fetishes he'd never heard of before. They were on good enough terms that he subsequently got a DM from him on stream.
What did Soda DM me? Oh, okay, good. It wasn't normal.
This led one concerned donator to ask him about Soda Cat's connection to the scandal. For the sake of clarity, I should emphasize this was before any of Chris Tyson's misconduct was known.
There was a guy that is a genuine monster, who is an awful person, was in a Discord server with Soda Cat.
Oh. Okay. Now I understand. EPI is early porn introduction. Okay. That would be bad. That would be pretty bad. Yeah, okay, now I understand.
He got, the monster of a person got doxed, and then Soda and the guy had spoken once, I think, like that. Just do it, and it was a gooning server, so some porn server. So one dude on a porn server was a damn pedophile, and then because Soda was there, and me and Soda knew each other, and me and Chris from Mr. Beast knew each other, Chris is a bad person. That's how it works. Chris is awful.
On one hand, this is a fair response to the people claiming that just because they were in a photo together, that meant Jude and Chris were connected to the Goon Clown. The rationale behind that was tenuous and largely pushed by transphobes. Yet by grouping Jean in with them, Jude is now downplaying what his friend actually got caught doing. Watching CP Gooner videos and getting off to the idea of exposing children to explicit material.
Okay, and they're one of the people that's into the EPI. Okay, interesting. What the fuck?
Jean DM'd the Goon Clown personally about specific EPI creators before fraternizing on a server owned by that pedo for years. You really don't think there were any red flags here? The irony of saying all this immediately after detailing several bizarre degenerate scenarios Jean told him about isn't lost on me either. Yes, it's important not to overstate the adult star's guilt, but it's also extremely important not to downplay what he actually provably did. And frankly, if you're going to promote someone like that to your wider audience, that's squarely your responsibility. Following Chris Tyson's accusations, Finn released a formal video responding to Goongate. Jude reiterated he wasn't aware of any wrongdoing, although he talked with Chris about HRT and hentai in the past. But in light of this new info, he would be distancing himself from the ex-Mr. Beast associate.
But under no circumstances should a child have ever heard that.
Jude also discussed
Yeah, agreed.
Soda Cat's connection to the Goon Clown.
And shortly after that controversy, communication very quickly slowed with both of them.
I apologize for jumping back and forth a bit on the timeline here. So to make this crystal clear, all references to Jean Hollywood after this point are from before Finn said they stopped talking. That's ultimately where the Goon Clown scandal ended, at least in what pertains to this video. As mentioned before, Goongate directly led Finster to receive a threat on Kiwi Farms.
I guess that makes sense why people would call it early porn, like pony thing, to trick people into thinking that that's actually what it is, and confuse them.
Which resulted in far greater scrutiny going forward. They asked very valid questions, like if it was appropriate to show chastity cages on an all-ages stream. To be fair, Finster was watching a tongue-in-cheek video by the lock-picking lawyer, so we can give a bit of leeway, until Jude clicks a link from Sissy Suppliers. Finn hides his screen, but continues browsing, spending the next 5 minutes explaining their different cages, while repeatedly name-dropping the site.
They're supposed to be that small and tight. Okay, listen.
What the fuck? Where are they watching this? This is unhinged as fuck, dude. What the fuck is this? Why are they watching this?
Sissy Supplies. Oh, I shouldn't have clicked. Oh my god. Hold on. I forgot that I was doing that. Should not have clicked on your Twitch channel. But you know what? Yes, I can. You know what?
Why are they watching this on stream? What the fuck?
I guess supporting this business is supporting me, you know? Can I get a code?
The site obliged, giving Finn his very own discount code. John
For cock cages? What the fuck is this, dude?
Hollywood also chimed in during the segment, apparently already having a pre-existing relationship with this company.
He knows the place. He knows you.
What the fuck? Sorry, coughing.
And apparently there's a lot. There's a lot of different ones in this whole thing.
Were they doing this on Twitch?
Listen.
Feels like you should be banned for that.
A lot. There's a lot of different ones in this whole thing. It's soda. Nothing soda's out of pocket. I guess so.
The root of the issue is that a once all-ages stream was now chock full of sexual innuendo. Even innuendo is a stretch. They were straight up promoting adult toy websites. I think it would be uncharitable to say there wasn't a noticeable demographic shift at this point, and we'll explore that more in depth later on. The last Minecraft video on Finster's main channel was posted in 2023, and he expressed feeling burnt out playing the game as a job. Well, 3 years later, there still haven't
I mean, I guess I get that. Sometimes you can get burnt out. But also, what the fuck?
been any new uploads. Jude spelled it out explicitly in an interview with The Gamer.
Well, why would they really need to do any, like, Minecraft stuff on their channel at this point? Like, they seem to be a successful streamer, and they don't really, like, playing video games all the time is fucking, you know, it sounds great, but it just gets very old very fast, in my opinion.
If you stream stuff like that, you tend to get fans of the game watching it. And so, if I attract a younger audience, then I can't talk as openly about what I'm doing. Where you have people that are more into adult content, they might watch me for that. It's not a community I want meshing. I do have to give him credit for recognizing this as an issue, considering what he planned next. On February 7th, Finster was suspended from Twitch for the prolonged touching of female breasts,
What the fuck?
occurring when he was fixing his bra. This unexpected ban and Jude's declaration he was the first
Were they just fixing their bra, or were they actually fucking playing with their tits or whatever?
male to be banned for female presenting body streaming made massive waves across the web.
Wow. Good for them, man. That's up. They're iconic at that point, no?
His tweets about the situation reached
do here, dude?
140,000 likes. He was able to get in contact with staff for more specific details on what not to do. The suspension only lasted 3 days, and he couldn't have asked for a better exposure.
Are those actual boobs? Like, that's fucking crazy. Did they get a boob implant?
As less than a week later, Jude formally announced he would be starting an OnlyFans.
Whoa, make that money. That's fucking crazy.
Okay, it, it's my account, right? It's my account. I made the thing.
After years of waiting, longing, salivating, just to see a little bit more skin, Kyle of the Painkillers Already podcast and formerly FPS Russia could finally undress the man of his dreams, all for the low price of $20.
Why does FPS Russia sound familiar? Oh, is that who that was? Damn, that's fucking old school shit.
Everyone I've shown your photos to, I start off by saying, hey, tell me what you think of this person. And I just show them your photos, and they're like, ooh, she's pretty. And I'm like, yeah, right? Let me show you one of her videos. My ears say no, but my cock can't hear, so.
I got in trouble for that, dude. One time I tell the story. There was a guy, I sent him Bailey J. You guys remember that? I got in trouble for that. It's crazy. That's fucking crazy. I wonder what I'm supposed to do here. I'm so confused.
Within the first week, Finster reached the top 0.01% of creators on the platform. Before long, Finn was looking to hire a dedicated photographer. At the beginning, this page consisted of lewd cosplay shoots with no nudity or sexual activity. There were rare glimpses of Wiener, but fans...
Of what? Wiener?
Cosplay shoots with no nudity or sexual activity.
Wiener?
There were rare glimpses of Wiener, but...
Fucking Wiener. Just say penis, dude. What the fuck? Nah, I love immaturity.
Fans thought it was overpriced for what it was due to it costing extra. Still...
Yeah, that's how OnlyFans is, though, dude. You know what I mean?
People were coming in droves to pay for it.
Coming!
So can you blame them? Maybe.
I mean, that's the strategy, though, isn't it? You start low and then you go high. You just start doing, oh, let me just do a little wiener. Let me do a little wiener here and there, and did not really show anything, and let me change that up and go fucking crazy,
Parasocial were paying just for a direct line to talk to Finster. A month later, he went viral after doing a risque photo shoot with Belle Delphine.
Jesus Christ.
In May, Jude donated $50,000 to GenderGP, the only private provider of healthcare for trans youth in the UK.
Cool.
The online clinic is based out of Singapore and operates internationally. This donation was made with the help of 10 Muses, and had been in the works since 2022, implying new arrangements with the sugar daddy were still being made, albeit behind the scenes. After spending
they're best friends.
So much time going through all of these different conversations, now seems like a good time to explore where Finn was at in his day-to-day life. A reoccurring question among curious viewers at the time was if and when Finster started taking HRT. The answer is somewhat complicated. You see, technically, he began attempting hormone replacement therapy on October 23, 2022. Jude started applying
They were 22 years old at that point, right?
estradiol estrogen in gel form to his skin, as well as raloxifene. Jude chose raloxifene in particular.
Isn't that like bad for your kidneys, or does that not? I guess the skin still has. I don't know if you would. I guess I don't know if you would like absorb through your kidneys if it was on the skin.
Due to it blocking breast growth receptors, stating he was terrified of getting boobs.
So triggered right
However, due to his inexperience and inconsistency, this process had minimal effect.
And then someone that was also on it told me that they were pissing blood, and I went, oh, okay.
That's a little fucking crazy, dude.
And I went, I'm good, I'm all right. Okay, let's maybe not do that.
That changed in the summer of 2023 when he met trans YouTuber and OnlyFans model Big Icky, real name Ashley.
Who? What the fuck? What are you plugging them all?
The two began dating as she started regularly appearing on stream.
How many people has she dated so far? I feel like we need a fucking dating history aspect here. Because I don't know. Also, something is supposed to get slid down here, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Me and Ashley went on. We met each other because we found out we lived in the same city, and then we spent every single day from that point up until like 4 and 5 months into the relationship in the same room. Like we never left each other. She always like came over to my place, and then she moved in in 3 weeks.
Ashley had a sizable channel of her own about her journey transitioning, giving advice on HRT and how to dress like a girl. It was through her guidance that Finn would get a more proper regimen, learning the correct doses and how frequently to take them. This started about a month after they met, meaning Finn properly began taking HRT in August of 2023.
It was my dad. Ellie said, hello, son.
Do you look proud?
No. Surprisingly not. But in fact, he said, hello, hey, son, I'm on a mission. I don't care what you look like. And then I opened the door fully in the maid dress and you went...
Jude and Ashley would eventually start filming OnlyFans content together, just stopping short of hardcore content. These lines...
How do you know that? Just stopping short of hardcore? What that means? What does that mean to you? Oh, I understand what I'm supposed to do now.
Were slowly crossed as by the end of the year, Finn had multiple videos performing on adult toys. As for Twitch, Finn began drinking more heavily, leading to personally embarrassing moments.
Damn, I wonder if they're self-diagnosing being terminally online.
I know when I'm drunk, and that's me staring through my monitor at nothing.
That fall, Jude planned to undergo septoplasty, a procedure used to correct a deviated septum. As a result, he was on hiatus, citing both the operation and mental health reasons. However, he wound up canceling the surgery after being sketched out by the hospital staff. On September 10th,
what does that mean, being sketched out by the hospital staff?
The Finster went live.
Like they couldn't trust him anymore?
Visibly breaking down on camera. He revealed that he suffered from clinical depression, having been diagnosed a few months prior.
I got a
That sounds like an online disorder. No, but it sounds like that might have had something to do with like their online interactions. Like just in general, being online can, I guess, make you depressed, especially if you don't know what the fuck, you know. Especially if you're struggling to deal with your fame and your ups and downs. I don't know, it's just a weird thing. I would never give this job up at all, but like being in the public eye and shit and all this other shit, it's just weird being online, dude. It's just like a different set of challenges. It's obviously better than any other fucking job I've ever worked. But I guess that's where I feel like it comes from. It's like a depression from like their job online. You know.
Cool. I went to a doctor. I got a little diagnosis for clinical depression a few months back.
This led into Jude confessing he didn't like how he looked.
Do you just like that you're feminine, or just like that you're masculine, or something in between? It's just like a general thing. Estrogen deficiency. It's probably that. Eyebrows are nice. Guys, I really hate how I look. Well, your eyebrows. Well, listen, all hope is not lost. Those eyebrows, you're looking poggers.
Finn had just gotten back from...
I'm not understanding what their issue is. Is their issue that they look like a girl now, or is they just have like an overall insecurity with how they look? It sounds like they just have a general insecurity with how they look.
Estrogen deficiency. It's probably that. Eyebrows.
Like how he looked.
Do you just like that you're feminine, or just like that you're masculine, or something in between? It's just like a general thing.
It just seems like they generally don't like how they look.
From Insomnia, a gaming convention...
All hope is not lost. Those eyebrows, you're looking poggers.
Finn had just gotten back from Insomnia, a gaming convention in Birmingham where he spoke to many fans in person.
Yeah, that's true. Struggling with your identity will make you depressed. True. Yeah, that makes sense.
Hearing stories of how he helped them with their struggles reminded him of his original reason for doing social media, to help people. That included meeting a suicidal trans person who said Finn's sponsorship of Gender GP had saved their life. The stream loses focus after this as he reminisces on the past.
Well, that's a nice thing, that they saved their life.
Hey, what, is anyone aware of something that happened on March 3rd? Anyone aware of something that happened on March? Anyone know? I was doing Minecraft for this entire time, by the way. Like, all of this, like, I started streaming, like, here. Like, right here when it goes up, I started streaming around there, and then this was all the Minecraft days. Man, that's depressing. Jesus.
While he said he'd be taking weeks off for his mental health, he returned to Twitch on the 20th for a sleepover stream. Similarly,
all right, sleepy time.
His girlfriend Icky had a mental health episode on Instagram. Jude streamed 11 more times in the last...
Yeah, well, I think that, I could see, doing OnlyFans content giving you, like, mental health issues. You're literally objectifying yourself, so I get it.
Months of 2023.
I used to do, like, a stupid, like, fucking thing. Like, I used to paint my stomach for OnlyFans. It was, like, dumb. It was just silly. It was, like, a silly thing, and it was, like, weird still. It's still weird. It feels, it's hard to explain, but it just doesn't feel, like, good. You're objectifying yourself, basically.
As his schedule noticeably slowed down. He had taken a month-long sobriety break as prep for his surgery. Now he was on meds that mixed badly with alcohol. In November, he almost died from overdrinking.
What the fuck?
Passing out and nearly drowning in his own vomit.
What the hell? Jesus Christ, I never even knew that.
Thankfully, Ashley was there to turn him over after he passed out. Finally, Jude planned to pursue ketamine therapy for his depression. It would be administered in a clinical setting in London. This didn't end up happening, so he'd continue looking for a way to get the drug. Jude also tried seeing an EMDR therapist, short for eye movement desensitization reprocessing, but he stopped sessions after being asked to remember a traumatic relationship.
Yeah, well, that's how therapy works, right? Like, if you want to work through your shit, you have to kind of, things get worse before they get better. So it's like you're here, and then you get worse because you go through, you admit stuff, and then you get better afterwards, Whoa.
I did.
That's true, I do show my thighs for you guys. That's so true, King. That's so true.
We're going to tackle that issue. I want you to think about the worst it ever was. I want you to think about the worst, the worst that relationship ever got for a couple minutes while he's doing this, right? He's going to say, can you...
So we reached a point where the guy is still using he, him for sure. Well, is Finster like legitimately trans? Oh, I guess they are. And this, I thought he was just calling Finster he. Because relating to the time.
Rate a scale of...
Like, oh, they used to identify as he, so I'm going to call him he related to back then. Maybe I'm wrong.
Like, I'm comfy on like how like scared you feel on a scale of 1 to 10. And I was like, after the, like, he did it for...
Oh, they came out as gender fluid. Well, it's possible GamerFromMars is still being transphobic. I don't know.
For 30 seconds, and immediately I am just bawling my fucking eyes out. I am in tears.
During this period, he continued making OnlyFans videos, posting a special one.
No, they say that they use he, him pronouns. Finster's a popular streamer who came out as gender fluid in March 2024. Generally uses he, him pronouns, but comfortable with all pronouns. Oh, it sounds like he works out perfectly fine. According to this, that seems fine.
On Christmas. Meanwhile, Kiwi Farms uncovered years-old logs from Finn in YouTuber Count Dankula's Discord server.
That's crazy.
It offered a snapshot as to what he was like from late 2019 to 2020. Lyra, don't talk to me. I am in the middle of my 12th sissy task. The sissy shit claimed many victims. Baiting the feminization market is a strat. I feel like it was worth it. The donos, man. I haven't fapped to me as a woman, but there probably will be a day I will. Sorry.
That's crazy.
Sorry, what? I can't hear you. I'm too busy sucking BBC and wearing lingerie.
That's like sketch. You remember that?
I'd argue I have the biggest tits on the server. Finn not on HRT yet? Not quite. If HRT didn't fuck up 90% of what I like about being a guy, then sure. It f***ing shrivels your dick up and makes you emotional. Don't need that. Jude left the Discord years before these resurfaced, and the people still there had soured on him. Dankula himself responded by stating he'd been filled in on Finn's new friends and unfollowed him because of it. It seems Jude was made aware of this, stating he'd been filled in on Finn's new friends and unfollowed him because of it. It seems Jude...
Is that what he said?
Himself
This is unfollowed Yeet by he does not come back. Oh, they're saying unfollowed Yeet by. Okay, I thought they were saying the unfollowed the creator Yeet. I was like, or the Twitter person Yeet. I was like, what the fuck? That's strange.
Responded by stating he'd been filled in on Finn's new friends and unfollowed him because of it. It seems Jude was made aware of this as he tried.
Yeah, I don't really know who Count Dankula is, so I can't really give too much on that.
To rejoin the server several times, only to discover he had been banned. On March 1st, 2024,
Damn, owned.
Jude uploaded a video for
Finn went out in public dressed as a girl. The fuck? Jesus Christ. 2.8 million views.
Finster Live, simply titled Coming Out. After years of public speculation and personal turmoil looking for a label that fits, Finster came out as gender fluid.
Whoa.
In the video, he explained that
gender PP.
He'd been taking HRT, but still preferred for people to use the he/him pronouns. And just to be clear, I will be using both pronouns going forward, as Finster said he's okay with it. In addition to being gender fluid, Jude also identifies as bisexual.
What? Holosexual?
I don't think anyone should feel pressured to come out. And I get that I'm definitely like top of the tier list for this guy's probably trans. I just want to be able to talk more openly about stuff. The easiest thing would be to just not do this, to keep cross-dressing forever. But I want to change.
Jude discussed making a pros and cons list before taking HRT, and claimed there weren't really
count as a dickhead libertarian who was charged with uploading a video of his dog doing the Elon salute. What? He was charged? What the hell does that mean?
really many cons. He also acknowledged the possibility of potential monetary factors in this decision.
I know it's stupid, but I wanted to say it. I did factor in the whole, like, I wonder if doing streaming and the money that's kind of attached to it is the reason I wanted to do this. Like, is it warping my brain? I did think about that. I've streamed for years and it's been my entire life and I've made a lot of money off it, and I wonder if that's what's affecting me and making me want to do this. And it's not.
In a follow-up,
it might be a factor in some capacity. If you're getting like positive affirmation, that could potentially be a factor there. I don't know how aggressive the factor would be, but you know, we are shaped by our environments. But it seems like they had like shit going on from before that, so it's hard to say that that's the entirety of it.
Titled I'm Trans Now, Jude elaborated on the effects estrogen had on his brain.
Having no testosterone in your system did such an insane thing with me of like, I'm not quickly frustrated anymore. I don't get angry to the extent I got angry before, even close. Like I wouldn't even say even half the amount. Having estrogen in your system fixed so much of my mental health.
And with that, Jude,
I guess that makes sense. I mean, I do be knowing what it's like to have a lot of testosterone, baby.
Had formally come out as transgender, but
really he was charged and had to go to court because he uploaded a video of his dog doing the Sieg Heil. That's fucking insane, dude.
Also gender fluid and bisexual. You know what? I'm just gonna had formally come out as transgender, but also gender fluid and bisexual. You know what? I'm just gonna move on because not much really changed after this.
Oh, okay. Sound like you were mocking that. All those things make sense. Gender fluid, trans, bisexual, okay, whatever.
So much of my mental health.
And with that, Jude had formally come out as transgender, but also gender fluid and bisexual.
You seem confused. I don't think it's that deep. I think we understand what they mean. They go by whatever, and they. I think we all understand what they're trying to say here, right? They switch back and forth between boy and girl. That is, they're trans, and they're also like that's part of that would be a version of being trans. And then also they're attracted to both boys and girls. So it's not, you seem confused. It's not that confusing. So
you know what? I'm just gonna move on because not much really changed after this. It seems like the video was mainly to clarify where he was at and make what was already known explicit. Things stayed pretty low profile after this until March 30th, 2024, when Finster uploaded a video titled I Got Doxed. It focused on an article by The Times, a daily British
I got farted on
newspaper
but I paid for it? That's my title, you know?
Dating all the way back to 1785. Their reporting fixated on his donation to Gender GP and the assistance he had from 10 muses. It read, puberty blocker clinic accepted $20K donation from sugar daddy.
That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. I'm assuming that's in reference to the money that the guy, that Finster, like the sugar daddy guy. That's fucking that's a hell of a title, man. That's bonkers.
Finn accused the Times of revealing his full name, although it's not hard to find as he registered several companies including Finster Ltd back in 2018.
I guess that could still be considered doxing because it's signal boosting it, so.
That, along with how famous he had become, makes me question if you can even call it a dox. Still, most came out in support of him, ignoring the sugar daddy or reducing 10 Muses to a US businessman. In his response, Finn also discussed how GenderGP had fallen out of favor within the trans community. The for-profit online clinic faced backlash after a significant change in conduct, including claims of untrained personnel and the alleged use of AI. As a result, Jude revealed plans
so it's like a social canceling, gotcha.
to create a non-profit alternative. However, this effort was halted after Parliament banned puberty blockers for children. Still, Jude's announcement sparked backlash from right-wingers like Libs of TikTok and Joshua Connor Moon,
whoa, Libs of TikTok, super based.
Owner of Kiwi Farms. Finn replied to
definitely not a fucking insane manga grift channel at all.
The latter directly on stream, who by then had been suspended off Twitter.
This guy was, or is the owner of Kiwi Farms, if you've heard of it. It's basically, I had to get told about the guy, so I googled him.
Josh had written a long thread making numerous claims about Finn and transgender people in general. He raised concerns
raised concerns, or it sounded like they were being transphobic. He's also profits through sexual gratification. His Discord server is open to teens, and if they have teens, I guess that would maybe be an issue. I don't know. I guess it depends. In it, there are multiple public channels under the Rainbow Road to help teens find their sexuality. Teens who are, of course, directed to other T-girl porns. I mean, I don't know how credible this is. This all sounds like an unhinged transphobic rant, but there might be some reasonable criticism to make.
Over Finster's Discord server being open to minors. Finn admitted this, but only because it was inevitable with a public server. He pointed out that not safe for work topics were banned and explicitly called helping teens find their sexuality f***ing disgusting.
In it, there are multiple public channels under the Rainbow Road to help teens, that's so f***ing disgusting, find their sexuality. Again, f***ing disgusting, and we don't allow it.
As part of this rebuttal, Finn also said that he was asexual, having mentioned his very low sex drive in the past. Although I thought he just said that he was bisexual. You know what? Never mind.
I guess those would kind of, I guess those two things can coexist. I guess on the one hand, you're attracted to both males and females, which isn't necessarily just a sexual thing. And then on the other hand, you don't really have a sex drive. You know, so that would kind of, I think that those things could probably track together. I guess the verbiage is weird, maybe? I don't know.
The next one is this. He also profits through sexual gratification. Interesting. I'm asexual. I wonder who told him that. Oh, no.
Well, I mean, that's kind of like an upper interpretation thing. The whole daddy thing would be part of that, no?
Go on! I wonder if he'd do research.
Josh also brought up his connection to John Hollywood, leading Finn to fully disavow him for his quote-unquote yikes moment.
I know Soda's not into that, obviously. I've known them personally for a really long time, and I know that they're not. But even still, the things that were said to that person was like actively joking about minors, and I don't know, man. It's a bit, you know, you can see where I'm coming from, right? It's a bit like, you know, it's a yikes.
Shortly after, Finn was targeted by Soyjack Party, who found his home address and sent him pizzas. Later that month, Jude discussed what drugs he was currently taking. He underwent several sessions of ketamine therapy at high enough doses to cause hallucinations. Jude also expressed interest in trying other substances, including illegal ones, but he was hesitant to take anything he couldn't talk about on the internet. On June 22nd, Finster collabed with YouTuber and former Dream SMP member Jack Manifold. They streamed a You Laugh You Lose challenge together with a viewer-funded prize pool. Finn negotiated for Jack to cross-dress on stream if the pool made £3,000.
Well, they want everybody to fucking cross-dress. What the fuck?
Finn later donated £1,000 himself. Interestingly, during this discussion, a familiar name would re-emerge to donate.
Is it our boy? Is it our big, our sugar daddy?
Oh yeah, 10 Muses is in the chat. Donated $1.
Damn, $1? See, he used all Grandma's money. I told you.
It's the guy
who donated $500,000.
Yep, 30 grand. You do it for a month.
I mean, I've got to go away for the next 2 weeks. Even for 30 grand, I'm not dressing as a woman at VidCon. However, once I return on stream for the next 30 days, a woman for the next 30 days, 30 grand, sure. On stream, sure.
The one-off cross-dressing stream wound up happening after Finn and Jack met up in real life. With 10 Muses back in the spotlight, between the article and this recent donation, many were curious as to who exactly this mysterious wealthy donor was. Kiwi Farms
It's me. Just kidding. I don't have that kind of money.
became dead set on figuring out his identity. But as
Plus, I mean, I wouldn't donate to a trans person. I would just donate to a femboy. You know what I mean? 'Cause it's a little different. All right, because I'm fucking gay.
we'll see, they were far from the first to make such an attempt. Questions over his background and how he could afford these massive donations started shortly after he appeared. Whenever this was asked in Finster's subreddit, the topic was discouraged.
10 Muses is daddy, and we should respect his privacy, rather than collecting the crumbs of details like we are farming kiwis.
In short, they were telling people to not ruin the good thing they had going. Only a few details were known about 10 Muses, that 10 was American and some kind of surgeon.
Just a doctor.
Okay.
What the hell? He's some kind of surgeon? That says a doctor.
Okay, well, 10 is a big fancy American doctor with a ton of money, apparently. Ladies, he's single, by the way.
Damn, imagine like you were just got worked on by this guy one day. That'd be fucking crazy. This is like, honestly, this game's so fucking bad. This is like so unfun. These fights are terrible. Holy fuck.
He's done every surgery from breast augmentation to a partial nephrectomy. Motherfucker cut out a tumor out of someone's organs.
Sounds like, do you think it's the guy that would like cut people's legs off? He was like, oh, we have to go amputate because he had like an attraction to amputation or something.
Was literally the real-life Dr. Don Wario. However, in September 2022, he called...
I'm pretty sure that was... Isn't it the guy that went after Frank Castle? This guy's so online. This guy is like super online in such a weird way. The Gamer from Mars. What the fuck? He's so weird.
In Finn's stream, revealing his voice for the first time. This was the same stream that Jude's dad showed up in earlier.
Hello.
Hello? Do I get an explanation now? Someone said daddy's home.
Daddy's home.
But the most we would learn came from other prominent members of the community, bringing us all the way back to 416 Hobbit.
All right, it's Finn time.
10 and 416 had collabed in the past, with the former voicing a news reporter in the Democracy Fails for Finster video. In November 2022, 416 uploaded The Conspiracy Was Real, which begins with a shot of a log cabin at night during a blizzard. It then cuts to show Hobbit in a wheelchair watching Jude. The video dramatizes Hobbit coordinating donations with 10, who in contrast is depicted at a beachfront property on a tropical island. They're shown texting each other ways to get her attention. He just glossed over my gifted subs. She did. 10 decides to help him out, donating 1,000 with a message. Hey Hobbit, nice edit today by the way.
Thank you for the $1,000. Jesus Christ. Also, hello, Hobbit. He didn't even say hi to me! He gave me $1,000 and said hi to Hobbit!
The plan succeeds, and Hobbit corrects himself after using the he/him pronouns. Evidently, the two sugar daddies bonded over their love for Finn and became friends. Unfortunately for them, on January 7th, 2023, things came to an abrupt end after Jude uploaded a video simply titled Goodbye. In it, 10 Muses reveals he'd be retiring for the foreseeable future. After donating $500,000 to the femboy, the sugar daddy was moving on with his life to pursue a bucket list of goals.
Like what? Saving your fucking money for retirement?
You want to introduce yourself? How come you're leaving?
Well, I decided to stop working and start ticking off some things from my bucket list. Came across you, and it's been great.
On your bucket list, did you have donate $500,000 to a femboy?
I did not. I did not have that.
What the fuck are they doing, dude? I want to know the answer here.
Among them was climbing the tallest mountain on each of the 7 continents, which 10 had already started with a friend. He also planned to sail around the world on a sailboat by himself.
How much fucking money did this guy make where he's able to do all this? What the fuck is this? This is insane.
Owning an island packet 380. While it would be hard to watch Finn's streams, the two stayed in touch.
That will make it hard for me to watch your streams, but it won't keep us from staying in touch. I'll still let you know how I'm doing, and I'll still want to know how you're doing.
Hell yeah.
Why? Just fuck that. You're not giving me money, dude? Fuck you, dude. Fuck you, dude.
Aforementioned donation to Jennifer GP was first announced in this video, with the $50K to charity being his last hurrah. The man had become a beloved member of the community, so viewers were genuinely sad to see him go. That included 416 Hobbit, who despite speaking to him in private was mostly left in the dark. There was still much he didn't know, and this curiosity led Hobbit to make another video on April 17th, 2023, Finding 10, the Sugar Daddy Search. This took the form of a mockumentary hosted by Jennifer Chan. Chan is played by Little Cha CU, creator of IsItGirlMonth.com.
10 Muses first reached out to me when I posted a stream highlights video that he genuinely liked. We've chatted often since then, but all of that changed when he left. I've lost complete track of him. I mean, Finn says that he talks to him all the time.
Did you ask him where 10 is?
There's no point. Finn doesn't actually respond to DMs.
Much of, if not the majority of this account is fictionalized, but his interactions with other figures in the community give insight to...
I fell for it for a second. I looked over and I'm like, what the hell is this? Is this a real documentary? Is this guy also a gooner for Finster? I wouldn't doubt it. Also wouldn't doubt that he voted MAGA, you know what I mean?
Who was watching at this point. Hobbit introduces the idea of a council, a group of stream personalities Jude confides in and trusts. The newest member, TY, would direct him to Stavamore, Finn's head chat moderator.
Hobbit. How can I help you?
I don't think we've ever talked before, Stav.
Not face to face, no, and Chat gets very busy during streams, so...
Well, TV told me you can help me. Do you know where 10 is?
I think I need to speak to TV about the protocols. I'll make a note of that. Well, 10 Muses has left the chat. You know this. You saw the goodbye video. If you need to, I can send you a direct link to it.
No, it's all right. You know, I know all about it. You know, bucket list, the whole thing.
The investigation leads him to fly out to Hawaii in an attempt to track down 10 sailboat. Sadly, this lead turns up nothing. The journey is presumably a tongue-in-cheek travel vlog while he was on vacation.
Not the video. This fucking game is so fucking boring. These fights are terrible. You go through a fucking shit-ass gauntlet with, like, just poorly programmed enemies. And then they make you go through another gauntlet with, like, and they're so overtuned. Everybody has so much health. It's like, oh my god, I'm just, like, falling asleep playing this. And they constantly just barrage you with it. Like, it wasn't well designed. This game was not well designed. It was like an idiot fuck rush job. So it's annoying to play this fucking game, honestly. It's just fucking bad. Honestly. I'm still gonna play it, but it's just so fucking bad.
Once Hobbit flew home, he gets back on a call with Stav to confront him on his info.
Hobbit.
Stav, I'm back. I couldn't find the boat.
Well, yes, I'm sorry about that, Hobbit. The information about 10 was updated whilst you were in Hawaii. I didn't want to break it to you then, after you'd flown that far.
What changed?
Well, Finn said that ship has sailed on stream, and my team thought that meant the obvious.
But just as he's about to hang up the towel, he gets an incoming call from 10 Muses himself.
You don't seem to understand, Hobbit. You're not going to find me, but I can find you.
Whoa, he's playing into the bit, dude. This is silly.
In fact, I know where you are right now.
How? I mean, I think people know I'm in Canada, but...
Oh, there's a whole entire thing go over. That sucks. This restarts the entire gauntlet.
My location's fairly secret.
Wow,
I have my ways, Hobbit. Goodbye.
At the very end, Hobbit pulls out his folder on 10 Muses from a filing cabinet. One of the other files you can see references SodaCat. This bizarre video demonstrates that Finster's audience by this point were creepy old men, who made up the most prominent members
I wouldn't doubt it, dude. I wouldn't doubt it at all.
of his community, along with a couple of trans people here or there. While clearly in jest, this video reflected how the donor's mysterious departure captured many's curiosity. But there still wouldn't be a serious attempt to identify him until over a year later in July of 2024. Kiwi Farms users resorted to legally dubious methods such as sifting through data breaches. This eventually led them to an answer of who the mystery person was, a 57-year-old Texas investor and physician. Several details lined up, including that this person was an MD with an office listed online.
Damn. Kind of makes sense. Texas, I told you, dude. Some kind of a MAGA guy.
While in my opinion, the Kiwi Farms evidence of this being Finster's benefactor is extremely convincing, as we'll see going forward, I do
Oh, so it's not like 100% confirmed?
want to make it clear it hasn't been outright confirmed. So due to this, I made the editorial decision to simply refer to him as the Doctor for the rest of this video, instead of listing his real name. The Doctor is a board-certified
Oh, yeah, like Doctor Who. Got it.
diagnostic and interventional radiologist with over 20 years of breast imaging experience. He moved to West Texas in 2002. In addition to women's health and imaging, he is involved in medical staff leadership. To provide one little caveat, there was still plausible deniability of this being the mystery man. Users found this
Was he still working? Wouldn't that be the plausible deniability? He's not working anymore, you know what I mean?
Doctor had a wife and multiple kids, with the oldest now being 34 years old. As the farms would soon
Well, that doesn't mean he's not fucking gooning, so.
discover, his eldest had a long history online under the username Carrie, participating in furry roleplay and writing fanfiction on LiveJournal.
You think it's the fucking son stealing his dad's credit card?
But perhaps the biggest twist came from Carrie's
Maybe they got a divorce or something, so he's like, yeah, you can have 500 grand for your favorite femboy streamer.
Reddit account, in which they learned she now identified as a trans woman. This revelation threw the entire thread for a loop. To some, it could be interpreted as Carrie using her father's account to support Finster. After
Then again, I mean, it's kind of like a tough, like, yeah, they just would let my kid use all that money, you know?
all, it would make sense if she was more knowledgeable about trans issues. But for others, it implied something darker. If unrelated, it's an insane coincidence that the kid of a secret sugar daddy who paid an exorbitant amount of money to make a 22-year-old live as a woman full-time, even offering boob implants, just so happened to also be trans. Given what little we know about 10, that he is a wealthy businessman and doctor, if the docs was correct, it simply had to be the father and not the son. Immediately after Kiwi Farms discovered this information, 10 Muses deleted all of his public-facing accounts. It's unclear if the doctor and
Damn, maybe it really was them. Who the fuck knows? Who knows?
his wife are estranged, but leaks show she signed up for conservative news sites. They even
Hey, who's right? Is it me? Am I the one that's right? Always MAGA, dude. That's what I'm telling you.
Jordan Peterson together after buying VIP tickets for an event.
Damn, dude, I'm telling you, bro. I fucking told you. Not that it was like a crazy call or anything. It's pretty obvious. Every one of these, like everybody who buys like the femboy stuff are fucking conservatives.
Development was that in June of 2023, after Ten's public farewell, Finn showed messages indicating they had hung out in real life. These messages resurfaced after the docs. What the f***? Sorry, been unresponsive, by the way. Ten's last day here was yesterday. Just woke up to him leaving. House too quiet. Miss him. Frowny face.
That's so sad. That's so sad.
Discussion of this new
Wait, they
information
hung out?
yesterday.
Damn. Are you saying that Finster fucked the 10 guy? That's crazy. They're having sex.
Just woke up to him leaving. House too quiet.
Maybe they're probably not having sex. I don't think Finster has a sex drive. They're probably just like jacking off in the same room. Like, oh, put that on for me. And he's giving her a bunch of money in like real life, or him, whatever. Them, a bunch of money in real life, you know?
Miss him. Frowny face. Discussion of this new information was limited in Finster's community. As far as I'm aware, neither Ten or Jude responded publicly, likely to avoid giving it attention. This is where the story of Ten Muses ends publicly, though I'd be surprised, given their friendship, if they weren't at least still communicating behind the scenes. It really can't be understated how much more sinister of a light it paints on their previous interactions.
Why does it make it sinister?
Let me paint you a picture. A millionaire who got his wealth doing breast imaging dropped $500,000 on a young 22-year-old, bribing him to dress up as a woman full-time. It escalated to full-on daddy dom baby girl roleplay, to the point he was giving Jude timeouts in a pink plastic children's chair he gifted, after trying to pay for breast implants, the two met in person. Now, the former Minecraft streamer...
I don't think it sounds like consenting adults are doing weird shit privately, and we're not really supposed to know about it, because it's just not our fucking business.
Who once insisted he was cis and heterosexual, was on HRT and had developed a sexual interest in men.
They were definitely fucking doing this shit before. It's definitely... if you say so. It's definitely they're definitely fucking, there's something going on from the start. You know what I mean? You could tell. You could tell that they were like, there's no way that they would have come up with the idea of dressing like a girl. Unless that's something they were curious about. I don't think it's that deep.
It's been a long...
What joke am I supposed to acknowledge? More like they dong out? Oh, instead of hung out, they dong out. I like that. Incredible.
...journey, so let's check back in on where Finster's OnlyFans and career are at nowadays.
I don't know. It seems like a lot of these people are just like reaching really heavily to try to make it seem like there's something super predatory going on here.
A few days after coming out as trans in 2024, Jude revealed his full nether region on OnlyFans for the first time.
Whoa, I thought you said that they had that already. They just said you had to pay for it. I'm so confused.
Him and Ashley also began filming hardcore scenes, released as pay-per-view content.
Whoa, that's cool.
Which you have to pay for individually.
I'm assuming Finster's the one getting fucked, because they don't have a sex drive.
On top of a subscription. Finn refers to his OF model as the Battle Pass, as he enjoyed gamifying the process. This phase...
Well, that's... What is it? What is the strategy? Like, oh, you have to pay for it, and then you have to pay for additional content? Is that normal, right?
It's released as pay-per-view content, which you have to pay for individually on top of a subscription.
Yeah, it's like normal for OnlyFans.
Finn refers to his OF model as the Battle Pass, as he enjoyed gamifying the process. This faced backlash due to poor communication, as many felt they were being cheated.
Okay, well, that's just kind of like how these things work, so, you know, get over it, I guess.
There were even allegations he signed with an agency to use AI to respond to messages.
Probably not AI. I mean, maybe AI. I would say it's probably not AI, but probably, oh, incredible. I love this. Can't do fucking anything. Holy shit. Probably not AI. Or maybe it is, but it seems like they probably have somebody else doing it. Like a guy. Like, that's how those things work. You're actually talking like a guy. So, you know, good luck, guys.
It became so contentious that mods started deleting threads complaining about this on Reddit, later apologizing and clarifying there was no agency as Finn was just lazy. Ashley and Jude began filming with other people, including a cis man named Vlad. In April 2025, Finn shot his first not safe for work video with a man, with it...
Whoa, there's that fluid gender.
The aforementioned Vlad the Impaler. By then, Finn had moved into a new...
What? Is that like a guy with a big ween or something?
...new house and broken up with Ashley, although the two stayed close friends. Jude also had a few notable crossovers with other creators. For example, he met up...
Some cross-dressing crossovers, am I right, guys?
...with Pyrocynical, who wore a furry mask while Finn walked him on a leash. Finn also did a video...
What the hell's wrong with you, Pyro? What the... This dude's a fucking degenerate, dude.
...with Freddy, a fellow British crossdresser, dubbing him his replacement. He used a similar title when dolling up Jack Manifold. When several former acquaintances from his Minecraft days got outed for various accusations, he remarked on how common it was.
I have been friends with at least 3 people that have been outed as fucking weirdos.
Well, I mean, like, everything aside, you're kind of weird, you know? Like, all your degenerate shit that you're into now.
In April of 2025, Finster sponsored 32 one-year-long scholarships for trans voice training with Seattle Voice Lab. Then in November, he announced his long-awaited nonprofit health service for trans youth, setting up the online clinic and .health. Despite these steps, Jude has remained adamant that he doesn't want to be a representative for trans people. I delayed coming out specifically to avoid people thinking of me as a voice for them, when I'm not nearly informed enough to be that. It's personally,
I mean, that makes sense. That seems like a reasonably mature response.
fulfilling to help the community where I can. I'm not going to stop that because people find me annoying. In January of 2025, Finn announced plans to get facial feminization surgery. He explained it was due to insecurity over how his face looked at different angles, and most of all, overhead lighting. It was in part because Jude had always been insecure about his nose.
Here is me from the side. I despise my side profile also.
Why does everybody have like this Nux Taku accent? Like, what's up with that shit? It's fucking annoying. You know? You understand what I'm saying, though? It's fucking so strange.
Oh my god, the resolution. As you can see, nose is kind of straight, but with a bit of a thing, a bit of a concave, and then the same sort of thing with this, right?
Finster would end up seeking help from Facial Team, one of the top international providers for facial feminization surgeries. The operation took place a month later in Spain, where he was accompanied by Ashley. Yet this ended up being an extremely traumatic experience, one they recounted at length on stream.
The nurses that worked at the hospital that I was recovering in,
You see, when communicating with Facial Team, all the people they spoke to knew English. But once they got to the hospital, all the building's nurses only spoke Spanish. This made it extremely difficult to communicate or understand their instructions.
Wait, it was in a different country? Of course that's going to happen. They're going to have like some kind of middleman like reach out team.
Which was worrying, given it related to drug surgery and his overall...
Was it in a different country? That's what it sounds like to me. Yeah, it must have been.
...health. Regardless, on the first day, things started smoothly. They put Jude under while Take On Me, a favorite song of his, played in the background. When he spoke up, there was an hour of bliss until the anesthetic wore off. Then it was followed by what he called the worst pain he had ever felt in his life. Covered in bandages, Jude recounted his head being nothing but numbness and anything that wasn't searing in pain. One concern he raised was over inadequate painkillers. Jude occasionally took a prescribed sleeping med, which made Ashley concerned about mixing them with the downers. So at first, they administered 1 gram of paracetamol or Tylenol every 8 hours.
Is that like interchangeable?
The next...
He was in Spain. Yeah, that makes sense. Why do that though? Why not just get the surgery in America? I don't understand that. If you have the money, why not just do it in America? It doesn't make any sense.
6 hours were described as total agony. He wasn't hooked up to any machines. Jude had to urinate in a cardboard jug that Ashley then disposed of herself. It got so bad that...
Why? Why would you have to urinate in a cardboard jug? I don't understand that. Oh, because they couldn't get out of bed or something? Yeah, that makes sense. For some reason I was thinking of like, oh, they had to like send it in to have it tested or something.
He began screaming, "Sedate me," over and over again. The nurses did come back, but to tell him to shut up because he was scaring the other patients. Eventually, Finn got up and tried to leave, wandering around the halls while mumbling in broken Spanish. After some deliberation, they pumped him full of a cocktail of painkillers. Finster was knocked out so badly from this that Ashley was terrified he might stop breathing or choke on his own vomit in the middle of the night. Despite all this, Finster was somehow satisfied with Facial Team and the actual surgery. As you can tell from the clips...
Well, I guess at least the actual surgery went well, I suppose. I guess that part is good, you know?
Shown, while recovering from the surgery, Jude has waited to reveal his new face on stream, although we've gotten glimpses through more curated platforms like Twitter and OF. In 2026, Finn has noticeably slowed down on streaming and has discussed the possibility of retiring in a series of now-deleted tweets. "You're a rich asshole who perpetuated the fetishization of trans women by..."
I mean, I guess you might as well at that point fucking retire, right? If you're so successful, you make a lot of money. If you're not really vibing on being online, fuck it at that point.
Playing into the whole "actually I'm a guy he bit" for years.
I'm gonna retire and I'm gonna go climb mountains, you know, unrelated to the guy who gave me $500,000.
There's nothing to your personality or content, and if it weren't for the fact that you used to be a guy, you would be nothing. I did benefit from the fetishization of trans women when I was cross-dressing and knew nothing about the world. Worth noting.
Well, I guess, but aren't they kind of trans? Like, what are you talking about? Wow, these are so weird. Like they are the person that they are. You know what I mean? They're cross-dressing for money, or not even. It's not even cross-dressing, but you know what I mean. Like how do we? It's not like really. I don't think it's really anti-trans to do what they were doing at all. Maybe I'm just like fucking wrong, but I don't think so. Maybe some trans people would be upset with them because they are passable. I don't know.
100% of this viewership left when I came out.
Bro, this game's a lot easier when you start using all the tools in your arsenal. Isn't that fucking crazy? Who would have thought that? who the fuck was complaining about how hard this game was before? That's not what I wanted to do. Why the fuck is this not working?
A few days ago. I'm edging retirement by only posting what I feel like.
I'm gooning retirement.
It's been nice. My job is to show my dick to the internet. Fetishization was here before I was, and will be after I'm gone.
So true. King, queen.
I get it's selfish to hyper-focus
Queen.
on a single charitable cause, but if I keep giving money to trans people, I feel like it justifies my cringe. As for if Finster would ever return to making Minecraft...
Sounds like they're like searching for, sounds like they're kind of searching to, like, have meaning in their life a little bit there.
Minecraft content, he has said he feels a bit weird to make a Minecraft video when he makes porn for a living, which is understandable. And that brings us to the current day, with no one really knowing what will happen next in the streamer's life.
Yeah, personally, I'm not that concerned. This video seemed to be like a little slightly transphobic, trying to make it seem like they were like groomed into being trans, but like whatever. It just seems almost boring. I don't know, like not boring, but you know what I mean. It's like, oh, okay, interesting. Some stuff happened, you know?
And with everything laid out, I think you can now understand why I felt the need to start this video off with a disclaimer. While I don't have any agenda on the topic of gender dysphoria discourse online, it's...
Like, I thought there was going to be like some kind of like crazy compelling evidence that was going to suggest that they were like fucking doing something wrong or something like that.
It's hard to not look at the story of Finster and wonder if he was pushed down a path that he wouldn't have taken if not for his online audience. This is a young man that didn't come from money and had aspirations of being a full-time Minecraft content creator. When he dressed like a woman, he got attention and as a result, revenue. Then as he upped the stakes, people would donate to have him live more of his life as a woman. Finally, when a rich man started throwing life-changing wealth for him to take the full plunge, his audience cheered it on. To quote the Smiths, that joke isn't...
Yeah, I think that they are actually trans, though. That's my thing.
...funny anymore. Having covered adult entertainers on this channel quite a bit, I've seen a similar theme throughout. Starting out stripping or doing lewd photo shoots, then doing a vanilla scene, then getting thrown extra money to film something more depraved when you're fully wrapped up into it. At some point you have to look past all the therapy speak about sexual liberation and ask yourself, am I being manipulated here?
Okay, I guess. I don't know. That seems like a strange conclusion to come to. But okay. Sure thing, I guess. So that was an interesting video.